Can you hear me?
Yeah, yeah, there we go. All right, all right.
I had double streams on, so
Well,
how's it going?
good, good. Have you been watching some of the games?
Yeah, I did. Congrats on. Well, I don't know. Are you on Elysium or I honestly don't know.
No,
Congrats on
no.
your X team winning.
Yeah, it does. Thanks.
Well, hopefully this voice call stream goes easier than your last voice chat stream. You know, I promise I won't make
Damn,
you. I won't
damn,
make you
bro. Okay,
apologize for anything.
okay, okay. I see how it is, bro. I see.
The collab everyone's waiting for: Socrates and Plato of the modern day. Can we talk about my quote tweet ratio in yours first?
Wait, stop, stop, stop. Don't tell me, bro. You actually, 80, bro. Okay, unbelievable.
I have the full backing of pubs on my side, dude. You're fighting an uphill battle.
That's fine. In a year or two, it'll be the other way around. It'll be all comp players only sweating,
Yeah.
only tunneling in pubs. Like anyone who doesn't tunnel, like gets reported.
I'm sad, dude. I'm not gonna lie. I was hoping Nightlight was in the chat.
I think
thought that
he's
would have been funny as hell.
traveling right now. That's he didn't play
Yeah.
today. No, but the thing is, for me, like this is like a win-win because if things ever go wrong, I'll just like challenge you to a 1v1, and then I can say like I'm right.
All right. 1v1, Roblox, DBD, Among Us, all the good games. Dude, I'll have you know, I played comp player Haunt demo 1v1, and it only took me like 5 minutes 30 seconds, dude. So
Okay, okay.
I'm ready.
Bro, it's so funny too. Like, did you probably watched some of the reactions, right? Like, to the video. Like, of course you have. But it's like,
dude. I mean, we would get to that eventually, but yeah, so that Haunt screenshot was obviously, well, not obviously, I guess, because if you don't know me, but yeah, no, I know Haunt's the troublemaker. That was just supposed to be a troll to the comp community, but I figured
bro,
non-comp
okay.
wouldn't care. Non-comp wouldn't care. They would just not even see the name, and then I just figured comp would get pissed off.
Bro, that's actually 5 head. Okay.
To be fair, he was nice, dude. He was nice to me. Dude, there was bets. I didn't realize you could bet on 1v1s, and all the bettors came out against me. What the hell, man? No faith.
Okay.
All right, let's start. Your mod is getting mad.
Yeah,
I don't want to upset the mods.
You're right. You're right.
That's the most dangerous thing.
I do have a minor tendency to get sidetracked a little bit.
Yeah.
Every once in a while.
Well, it's late there, huh? It's like 10:30.
Yeah, but it's fine. I have vacation. Oh, let me open.
It's Saturday night.
You want it? I'll just screen share the video on Discord as well, so you're.
Minor tendency, yes. Yo, let's start with some agreements, right? Let's agree on things.
Okay.
And like,
I think wholesome, very wholesome. We can both agree we like DBD a lot, right?
Yeah.
And I think you and I can agree that we both want comp to grow, right?
Yep.
Okay, because I don't think that's true of like all comp players. I think a lot are just there to play. They don't actually care about growth or anything.
Oh yeah, for sure. I mean, that's totally fair.
All right, let's get into it. I don't know if you want to skip the beginning, that's fine. Because the beginning, I feel like all the reactions I saw when I was like praising comp, they're like, "This is base. This guy's cool." And then as soon as I criticize, they're like, "Wow, this is cringe. This guy sucks."
No, I want to watch it to like feel good about myself. So.
All right, let's get into it.
Should you play competitive DBD?
You serious?
Okay, I'll be real.
Okay. We're going through this frame by frame, bro. I hope you don't have somewhere to be. I just...
No, dude, it's midday here. I'm just chilling.
Average everyone reacting stream 9 seconds in. Okay. I just want to ask because it seems like I think you mentioned this actually at some point in the video. That you made this video initially and then you went like back and changed it or like revised it after delving in, right?
Yeah, so I used to do on stream last summer, I would do a segment called DBD News, and I would just cover like all the bullshit that happened that week because I only stream once a week, right?
Oh, that sounds like a really cool idea.
And so I would cover YouTube, dev notes, Twitter, like whatever. And on Twitter, I just started seeing like comp players just popped up over and over again in DBD News, and we'd all laugh at them.
That's fine.
Because from the outside,
it's mutual.
From the outside, it's funny, and so I realized how often they're coming up, and I was like, man, maybe I should make a video on this because like I don't think people know very much about the scene or how funny it is. And then as I wrote the video, I had to do more research, and I was like, oh, they do get a lot of shit for unrelated stuff, but they also have a lot. So it ended up just turning into a research project. It was originally started to shit on you.
Yeah,
But
yeah. Okay, I mean that's
how all the best videos start.
yeah. I mean that's what I figured. Like, because it seems like certain parts of the video are like are some of the parts like from the old one, and then you added them like on top, like you added content on top, or did you like remake the whole video?
So I wrote the whole thing or I write the whole thing before I started, but it was probably written across like 2 months, and I kept adding and changing
Yeah, yeah.
because things are constantly happening. But
Okay, okay.
no,
But-
I'd say it was like I had a bullet point list of all the things I was gonna make fun of, and then from there, it actually turned into a video.
Okay, okay. I mean that's more or less what I figured. Okay.
And then I found Wispy on chat who says, "Yo, very true."
And then
So-
you found Wispy.
Yeah, the video. We'll just play. Let's not get too distracted.
Okay, okay.
9
I
seconds.
originally wrote
into-
this video months ago just to make fun of COMPDBD, but after taking a dive down the rabbit hole, I have to admit that there are a lot of misconceptions that it gets unfairly criticized for. Don't worry, there's still plenty to make fun of, which we will
Bro, this fucking screenshot.
get to. But to take a look
I
at
mean,
both
you
sides,
can't
let's
let
at
that
least start
leak,
with the
dude.
dumb things the haters say. That really just comes from a lack of knowledge
Nah,
about
bro,
the
that's
competitive
Julian's
scene.
fault. Like
Like any
Julian
esports
is
scene,
like
COMPDBD consists of teams of players playing custom games against each other in order to win some kind of tournament. Sounds simple enough, right? But since DBD is an asymmetrical 4v1 game with heavy RNG elements, the immediate question from most players upon learning about competitive DBD is, why the fuck would you do that? To which most comp players have a pretty simple answer. They like the game. A lot. And optimizing and learning every part of
bro,
it.
this video,
finds
by the
that there's
way,
other
this is such bullshit. This is such misinformation. Like the check spot
people who
video.
really like
Dude, well,
DBD is
okay,
the
you know what?
Did you know that?
It's not my fault, bro, that no comp players have any presence online besides shouting, dude. Like find me the good comp videos I'm supposed to showcase. Like, I just looked up check spots. I guess I should have shown Xyz here, right? Like,
No,
should have shown Xeyes videos instead.
nah, it's just
but,
funny because I have a
hard to
conspiracy
find.
theory. I have a conspiracy theory that like this video was made to like mislead all the like new players into thinking there's check spots, and then you get like free hits on them because they play off check
Well,
spots.
You know, it's all misinformation because the devs are just gonna make it a fucking tree on a pallet anyway, so it's all outdated regardless.
Okay, okay.
next step for them after they grow tired of the busted mechanics, bad matchmaking, and terrible teammates in public lobbies, things that I'm sure we've all experienced. So the most popular response to COMPDBD, that is, laughing at the idea of it, or saying that there's no money in it, or calling it a waste of time, or for some reason claiming it doesn't exist, makes about as much sense as making fun of any other hobby. I play COMPDBD because I like DBD,
Okay.
is, in my opinion, a good enough reason to not be mocked relentlessly, even if it is kind of funny since most DBD gameplay is such a shit show. Which leads to the next question people ask. How can you possibly make a 4v1 game competitive with how much RNG and busted crap there is in it? And the answer is just as simple. You can't, but also add a lot of extra rules.
Yeah, I mean, I like this part of the video. You know, I feel like this is very
Banned perk list for
Very
every
good.
killer and survivor.
Very
Banned
reasonable.
perks for every survivor team versus specific killers. Banned
You could have just
add-ons.
ended it here, you know, like at minute.
The end, it's all
five-
banned. That
five-
surely would have attracted a lot of people.
5:49 is like when the video
Items,
was supposed to
specific
end.
map picks per killer, banned RNG actions, the list goes on. The goal of all of these bans is to make the game as skill focused as possible, by limiting RNG or things deemed way too strong for the amount of effort you put in. And honestly, they do a pretty good job here. If you're a main of, say, Doctor,
like your editing
and
a
you
lot,
could
by the way.
guarantee a decent map and no
Thank
calm
you.
spirit players every time you queued up at only the cost of your eerie add-ons, wouldn't you take it? Of course it's not perfect. For example, maps still have RNG within their tiles and gen spawns, but tournament organizers do try to get as close as possible to a fair game. This is a really big point that most haters don't understand. Competitive DBD might as well be a totally different game when compared to normal public lobby DBD, which I'll refer to as pubs for the rest of this video.
Yeah.
So if you are
Cool,
trying to
cool.
make fun of CompDBD by saying, this game isn't meant to be competitive, comp players would probably just agree with you. They're well aware of how many
Look, I
overpowered
denoted you as
perks,
the Chad.
add-ons, and items there
That's
are,
a fair and
as well
balanced
as how
take.
much RNG,
Yeah, I agree.
especially map RNG, can factor into a win or loss in public
the-
games. I'll let them
Chad-
explain
the
this
Chad
massive
comp
rule
player
set in
versus
their own
the-
words.
the
With
virgin
little to
comp
no
player.
restrictions, the amount of times the better team wins is decreased,
Joking.
the amount of RNG heavily increased, and skill expression decreased, all while significantly reducing the amount of fun playing the game. Side note, for a lot of players that last bit isn't true, but for comp players it definitely is. It's personal preference. But this brings
So
us to the
proud of writing
last
that? What proud of writing what? Oh,
Blazer, did
the
you write that document,
oh
bro? I was about to say, oh, thank goodness Roxanne agreed. That font is trash, bro. Like that's an official document font. That's all there's for.
Yo, you're getting called
It's
out.
good info, but just use Arial.
Yeah, I mean, I kind of see your point. But
decrease
And this is,
the amount of
dude. I also think, and, I just want to say really quick, they're like, why is this all locked behind Discord, dude? Like, just put this out. Like, get this
what
on
do
a
you mean?
drive or
What do you
something.
what do you mean put this out? Like
Like,
yeah.
you have chatters all the time asking about like rules or scoring or like how shit works, and it's all like join Discord, but like should just be out, should just be linked. All right, that's a
No,
derail.
okay. No, I like derailing. It's fine.
Not even
Like
know
on the
what's
Google
that
Drive
for.
or what? Or like a website.
Dude, just somewhere hosted, you know. It definitely DVD League definitely needs a website. I agree with Elorum,
Okay.
but it's all volunteer. I get it. I don't
But
want
yeah,
to derail too hard.
to be fair, I mean that's actually a good point. I don't know if people are already discussing that, but like website, I think website would be a cool idea. Because also
Yeah,
I think
I
when
don't-
you Google like DBD comp or like DBD tourneys, you get like old links still, right? Like you don't get like
Dude, you get
to-
nothing.
like I would try to Google that, but then like I would get auto suggestions
You
and
get
like
you
I'm
get
not,
my video now. That's the introduction.
and I'm not
This
doing
isn't
that
the
on
full
stream.
story for a few reasons, and competitive DBD has actually been growing much faster than in years past. The first reason for that is DBD League, which is the main league I'm going to reference since it's the most popular, has gotten much better with balance simplification, killer variety, marketing, and finally started trying to push players away from camping too hard by making the tie-breaking win condition tied to unique hooks. This
Okay, you know about this, right?
Okay,
Like, you,
So yeah, I messed
don't
this
have
up a
to-
bit. Let me DM you why I messed it up.
Okay.
So there is an original tweet that I remember we discussed in my Discord from DBD League, and they're like, we changed the scoring system, and I should have put it together that points is cascading win cons if you just you
Mhm.
know follow it logically, but I didn't put it together. So yes, this is technically misinformation, but I do think it's misinformation that benefits comp
Should I show
because
this on the stream?
people will be like, oh, they
Yeah.
don't camp now, even if it's not changed at all.
Okay, we're changing our score system to more accessible, intuitive, good type points. Okay.
So this is what I saw that made me think you actually changed something.
Mm-hmm.
But if I just like analyzed both, I should have figured it out.
Bro,
So,
is
yeah,
it just
that
me?
is
Is
a
it just
mistake.
is it just me, or is like are these icons like way cooler, bro? Fucking fresh hooks, fresh meat.
I like them, dude, but
Yeah, well,
it
we
changed
never-
only for niche conditions. So sorry, but I think, like I said, this is a neutral or a net gain for comp misinformation. You know, at the worst, they're like, oh, they don't camp now. Maybe I'll watch.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, I don't know if you knew this, but like me and Laser initially like designed the like change in the scoring like from points to
Yeah.
gens. So like,
Yeah, I think it's better for sure. I liked how Hens did it per game. I still don't like how both sides updated. For anyone who doesn't know, I submitted a way to like make it a little clearer in my opinion, but I think it's still hard for people to read.
right.
I don't know.
I've seen some screenshots of the way that it will look in like the next Hens tourney.
Yeah, I
And-
saw those too, and I
Yeah.
said no.
No, you don't like them.
Dude, I just don't think it's clear. You know, it's
You
clear
mean
to
the
people
latest?
who play.
You mean
but
the latest one or like the?
maybe I haven't seen the latest. I saw one like 3 weeks ago,
Okay.
and then Hens stopped replying to me because I made fun of him.
Yeah, that sounds like Hens, very vindictive person. Like
He is.
Yeah, okay.
way, if both teams do all 5
I
gens
really like
and
the
they have
way
the
it's gonna
same
look.
amount of hooks,
But-
the killer player that hooked 2 different people for 3 stages total
I did give my
would win
input
over the
on it,
player
so
that
maybe
hooked 1
hopefully he
person and
changed it.
camped them to death.
Wait, hold on, let me actually hold on, let me show you it. I'm not gonna show on stream, but just to see if we're on the same, talking about the same thing. Actually, never mind. Fuck it. Doesn't matter.
Whatever.
Let's just go.
The former of which usually makes for a better viewing experience. Compare a modern tournament with killers like Oni, Wesker, Plague, Ghostface, and more to the Spirit and Nurse snooze fests of old, and you'll instantly see how much better it is to watch. The second reason it's growing is that popular
Yeah, probably.
content creators
Dude,
like
I mean,
Ots, Hens,
just a general players. I mean, even in the graphs, like I feel like this is a big part of it, dude. Like killer variety is pretty important to, attracting viewers.
Yeah, I mean,
And
for
I did
sure.
I did show best of the best, which to be fair was like just Spirit and Nurse the whole time. But
I think
like,
also like a
let's
bit
be
of
real
reaction.
that like 6.1 buffs enabled comp a lot better.
True. 6.1 was like the faster hit recovery, like less
Yeah,
distance
it's
and
like
stuff, right?
all base kit killer buffs.
Yeah, I mean that. Yeah, that's true. That's actually
Killer
completely
variety has been
true.
a thing for 3 years though. Well, it wasn't marketed well.
I think it started being like it started being a thing in like 2021, right? Like but it wasn't as much probably. Like you'd still probably see a lot more like S tier sets and that kind of stuff.
I would say, well, back up like a few frames. Let's just see the graphs. What month does it really start growing?
You'll instantly see how much better it is to watch. The second reason
I mean, this is also like this is when DBD leaks are uploading, right? Like on YouTube.
23. No, they've been uploading for a while.
I mean, they weren't uploading before this. They were just like streaming on Twitch.
Let me see. I thought they had vids from years. That's 2023
Yeah. That's when they started
or Jan
uploading.
2023. Well, let me see. Oldest. They have things from 4 years ago. So 3 years ago, they have
With
season
DVD
3 uploaded. Yeah.
Oh, okay, but that's probably like recently uploaded,
But
right?
there's like no thumbnails or anything. Like it, they start getting thumbnails 3 years ago, so 2021,
Really? Okay.
and then the thumbnails get better. I feel like AHL 22 is when they really started trying.
Okay. I mean, yeah. I mean, I feel like for me, like the trajectory was like BOTB was like massive, right? Like insane. Like I don't know how many concurrent viewers, but like 20,000 or something at one point. Like I don't like we still haven't reached like those levels. And then like DBD kind of like like stopped having it as like Dead by Esports fell apart, which was another like massive org that held like 5K tourneys. I think was DBD. I think DBD like moved to Trovo, right, for a bit, or was that Dead by Esports?
Dude,
Like,
that's your section. You know what? My main knowledge, besides just
DBD.
watching a lot of Best of the Best, was for a long time I tried to find the research of Aaron like throwing a fit on Twitter and about some bug that they claimed happened, and it's like you can't find proof anymore. There's nothing. Maybe you know that story.
Bro,
But
I'm too new gen to know that, bro.
that's cut content. Yeah, apparently there's some camaraderie bug, and it was all a big drama. You know, the OG DBD drama.
That sounds spicy.
Someone,
comma
anyone
bug.
in the chat, send me evidence,
The comma
and
bug.
then we'll get on the pub player expose to
What the
counter
hell
this.
is the comma bug?
I guess it like basically he made a replay happen, or a replay happened, and it was on a bug that one side said happened, the other didn't. And apparently Aaron threw a fit on Twitter, and that's like kind of the last time I feel like they were seen in the comp scene. I don't know. Like I said, I could barely find out anything about it, dude. Like no one has evidence.
Okay. Well, maybe someone can DM it to Killawhale after if they have it.
and it's growing is that popular content creators like Ots, Hens, Otofu, and Spooky Loops have been showcasing competitive play in a much better way than comp players have. More on that later.
True.
But the third reason it's growing is something
I mean,
that's
and you know this, we're just garbage content creators. Like,
hard for
every
most
single person
DVD
in
players
the
to
scene.
understand
Yeah,
on
you should
first watch.
stop doing that. Just be better.
When
Yeah.
both sides accept that these boring tactics are going to be used, the games stay interesting. Yes, it sucks getting tunneled out in solo queue. Yes, it's boring to proxy camp as killer in
Look at these
pubs. But when a
jukers.
full 4-man team knows and accepts that a tunnel out in camp will almost definitely happen, and comes together to prevent it instead of just complaining online, it's kind of fun to watch. Having a player pre-drop their first 5 pallets in a public match is boring to chase, but killers in comp have already planned for this and are setting up their dead zones, strategy, and build around it. If you have a lot of hours on killer, at some point you'll get annoyed at how easy the game can be with just a bit of tunneling and proxy camping, especially when you go out of your way to avoid it and the survivors teabag you anyway. CompDBD doesn't have this problem. Lastly, and most importantly, even with
there's
these
another
low
Schwitz
skill
clip.
strategies, there is
Bro, I've
a
seen this fucking clip like 20 times now. Like
ton
I'm
of
growing
skill in
tired of it.
competitive DBD. From
Dave,
patience
maybe
to
it should have been a clip of
communication,
you.
True.
to knowledge to mechanics, and to pretend it's all
Yeah,
just
right.
camping, tunneling, and pre-dropping instantly signals that you've never actually watched any. I'll also use a common
Nah, I
comp
mean, it's a
player
good clip.
argument
It's
here.
just like
If skill doesn't matter, why do the
I feel like
same
DVD just has like highlights running on repeat sometimes,
teams
and
always
then like,
dominate over
you see it over and
multiple
over again.
tournaments? So
I should have put
truthfully,
you
agree with the
describing
original
Coal
complaint.
Tower.
Optimal strategies
True,
are really boring to
yo.
play with
That should
or
have been
against in
the
public games
feature
where
for
you
it.
either
Yeah,
stop
yeah.
a bunch of idiots
Onto
or have so
something.
much less control over RNG. But in a tournament, it can definitely be more interesting to try it against a group of coordinated players who accept that it's part of the game, and it allows players to push themselves to the limit without having to worry about either side's made-up rulebook. So wait a minute.
Okay,
All of
wait.
this just seems
Talk
like a
about
big
this one.
Can we get some
misunderstanding.
agreements?
Oh, okay. Now we get some agreements. Now that the good part is
Yeah,
started?
yeah.
Okay.
Let's agree. Let's agree. Can we agree that like the average player base like cannot? They just can't handle a killer playing to win, right? Like what? Like 1 out of 10 teams maybe can handle a killer like really playing to win in pubs.
Um,
Would you say that's accurate?
I mean, would you say it's not the other way around too? Like killers not being handling like super sweaty, so are the friends.
Yeah, but I think it's a way harder to be a sweaty survived friends than it is to just be one killer like tunneling the fuck out of someone.
Also, I mean,
Like-
Laser makes a good point. Like, what do you mean with can handle? Like, what does that?
Like they'll just lose. Like if
Oh,
you
okay.
play a A tier killer and you like tunnel out and focus on
Ah,
3
okay,
gen
now I
stuff,
get the
like
point. I
you
thought-
you will win like
I thought you
most
meant.
games.
I thought you meant like people would get upset.
Well, that too, but no, just that you'll win. Like you will win. 1 out of 10 is generous. Yeah.
mean-
1 in 50. I mean, we've seen it with killer streaks, right? Like if you watch
Yeah.
the actual games of a killer streak, it's like 9 out of 10 stomps, and then you get one interesting game, and the killer still probably wins anyway.
Yeah, I mean, but that's also like you have to be at a pretty high level to do that, right? Like probably like top.
Sure. Yeah. No. I'm
Yeah.
I'm talking. I feel like like
Yeah.
2,000
Okay.
hours can put together a decent win streak.
Okay.
On a good killer, but that's just a lot of people's like already view is just that like, you're crutching your trash, like you're just stomping everyone, like that's just how people see it. I feel like we can agree on that people just have an awful view of tunneling, even though it's literally how the game's made.
I mean, when you have like bigger content creators, right? Like Ots and stuff doing streaks, like they don't really tunnel either, right? To like not. Piss
Yeah,
off the
Ots
viewers.
does like really nice streaks. I agree. Or he plays very very content friendly. I remember actually when I started looking into Copmore was when Nightlight did Ots's something streak. It was like 33 games or something, maybe a random perk streak, and Ots took whatever 5 months to do it, and Nightlight just like tunneled the fuck out of someone every time, like played like a robot and blew through it.
Yo, what?
Like
What
that's not an insult. I just mean like a straight up like efficiency killer robot, dude. Like if AI was given the most optimal way to win.
Okay, nice
And,
save, nice save.
And Ots was even in the chat because people were like, "Oh wow, Ots took 5 months to do this," and Nightlight was like, "Dude, I literally just tunneled the fuck out of everyone." Like, it's completely different. Like
Yeah,
played like a well-oiled machine. Yeah, it's a good chat.
Okay. So let's say I agree. So the top like 5% or whatever can tunnel the fuck and win and easily win like a lot of their games, the majority of the games.
Yes, especially on the killer side.
Mhm.
All right, we can agree on that. Let's move into. I want to see the title of this section too. Is why people hate comp, right? A lot of
Mhm.
people took this as like I agree with every point in here. No, I'm just saying this is how it looks from the outside. Okay, so there's tweets in here that like I'll agree with, but I still can see how they come off badly.
Okay.
Ending. Why would so many people be annoyed at competitive DBD when they just innocently play custom games among themselves? Well, if you ask people in the comp community,
Sure, one's playing against inexperienced
Oh, we made it
players.
5 seconds.
Yeah, but I want to read this.
Sure.
one's
So this
playing-
is said a lot. Like I feel like it's just a misunderstanding of like if you're hated a lot, right? And you're just like, I don't know why people hate me. Like I feel like you're just misunderstanding, or you're not really trying to figure it out.
I mean, I feel like it's also specifically like Twitter X, like the like gamified human interactions, just like make you.
Yeah, I mean Twitter's definitely the worst, but I looked at discussions on like Reddit, on like forums about CompDBD. It's pretty similar sentiment,
I mean,
and not that it's fair, but like it kind of is all over. And even Spooky Loops in his video where he's like interviewing, he's like, we all see that people don't like it, So, and he's not even really like active on Twitter and stuff.
I mean, but yeah, I mean, but if people like on like Reddit and forums like just like comp presume, you think it's because of like because they see messages on Twitter, or just like there's like
No, I think it's. I mean, that's what I go over in this section. I think there's a variety of reasons, and some are fair, some aren't fair. But I really don't think it's like they're just like, oh, they only dislike us when we're just playing custom games. It's like, okay, clearly that's not why they just. That's not the whole reason, right?
okay.
Like no one would
They
actually care if that's fully the case.
Yeah, yeah.
Apparently
Okay.
have no idea. They're just happily minding their own business while insecure pub players attack them for no reason.
True.
But
this
the
in
pub is the
itself
soy.
is
The pub is the soy
problem.
player.
After
See, I'm
watching
on
the
your
comp
side.
community for a while now, a lot of their players and viewers are very much living inside a bubble. And when you're in a bubble, you don't understand how you look and sound from outside of it. First of all, the most outspoken people either in comp or associated with the comp community are all extremely annoying. If you go to DBD Twitter, which is kind of the only place COMPDBD
Yeah, okay, this is what we were talking about earlier, right? Like, no website.
exists outside of Discord,
Or no
you'll
good
instantly
website.
be able to tell a comp player from the incredible
Okay, I mean,
Okay,
this,
so
yeah.
you're like, okay, so the comp players reacted to this, right? And they're like, there's literally nothing wrong with this, right before I said you're in a bubble, you probably don't understand like how people read this. But the problem is just that like, and I'm not saying this is fair, people just see DBD as like an unserious game, right? Like people see DBD as like Fall Guys or like Among Us, regardless of whether that's true or not. That's just how a lot of people see it. And so when you like tweet things about like skill or like, oh, the skill's not respected or like anything like that, even if you're right, dude, like people just see it as so unserious. Like that's what I'm trying to say here. So some
mean,
of these tweets, like I'll agree with. Like people couldn't handle 2-man saves. Like I get it, but like, dude, when you tweet about the game this way, people are just like, what the fuck are you even talking about?
I mean, okay, well, like two things. Like, first of all, I actually disagree with this take. I thought it was a good update, but
Okay, I did too in pubs, yeah, for sure. Okay, like Rhett said something in your chat that someone or like Hen said as well. He says non-com players are even in a bigger bubble, but like you can't be the bubble if you're the majority, in my opinion. So if it's like 99 to 1%, like
yeah,
the
but like
1% is the bubble,
but
right?
like also like the people who are like DBD is a party game, like Fall Guys, like that is not a majority.
Yeah,
Like,
no, I don't agree with that, but that's how it's seen, right? Like that's
I
just
feel
how
like
it's
it's
seen.
maybe like
It'll never
20.
not be seen that way, dude.
Yeah, I think people treat it like maybe like Rust or something, like not a competitive game, but like kind of like an act like
Sure.
like
Like you could put a lot of hours into it, but it's too broken. And like
but there's like a scale, right? There's like the scale like full party game, like Among Us, and then there's like on the other end of the scale there's like CS2 or something like and like I feel
yeah.
like DBD like it's obviously not all the way over on the like end of the scale. I feel like it is probably pretty solidly in the middle. Right?
No, and like I said, I think it has a huge skill ceiling. I'm just saying how most people see it. And so when they see tweets about like skill and stuff in a game where what you slap on 3 blink nurse and you'll probably win 90% of games, like they just are me like what the fuck are you guys talking about? You know, that's just how it comes across. And I feel like if you know how it comes across, then you can more effectively market it to reach more people.
Hold
Your
on,
chat's going off, bro.
people Laser wants me to read this, but like, why is it a bad thing if a comp player does it, and why is it just meh if a random person does it?
Because people are looking for reasons to hate comp. I mean, that's just more responsibility for trying to grow an organization versus some random person not trying to do anything but
Okay, I
but
feel
give
like
their opinion.
do you know like this whole like skill, this is like conversation around skill and like comp players caring about it and like trying to enforce like their values of like skill on other players. Do you know what a Mott and Bailey is? Like maybe you've heard that before, like debate streamers bring that up or something.
No.
Okay, wait, let me explain it real quick. Let me find an image. Because I feel
I
like I've
admit
seen
too, like I feel like you wanted me to cover it. There are definitely people who are like, 5,000 hours and they're like DBD's a party game, but they care so much. Like there definitely are those people too, and I didn't like bring them up because the video's not about them. There's definitely toxic casuals, but I think there are more people who just chilling than there are toxic casuals. Like if you have
Okay.
5K hours, you're already in the 0.2% or something of the game.
like the way like this works is this is like a
What are you pulling up, bro?
I'm just
Okay.
I'm this is like a wind up to the actual point.
Okay.
So this is like the way it works, like a Mott and Bailey is like a commonly used tactic in arguments, where you have the really easily defensible position, right? Like you can see it at the top here,
Sure.
and then like you have a more controversial, like harder to defend position, and if like this position gets attacked, you just retreat into the easily defensible one.
Okay. So
So like
what? How am I doing it?
like as an example for like just to for the chat, like for instance, one of the ways this could be a thing is like saying bloodlust needs to get buffed or something. That would be like the hard to defend position. And then if anyone like questions you on that, you'd say like I'm just saying like there's a lot of weaker M1 killers that need to get buffed, and one of the ways you could do that is with bloodlust. And like if anyone ever attacks you on the bold claim, the hard to defend claim, you just retreat.
Okay.
So for comp specifically, and this is like the pattern that I've seen over and over again, is the hard to the easy to defend position from like more casual players, pub players, is that they just don't care about skill, right? It's like why does it matter? Why does it matter to you? It doesn't matter to me. Skill doesn't matter to me. I don't care about it, right? That's like I can't argue with that. Okay, fair enough. Like I can't like enforce my values on you. Okay, you don't care about skill. But then like this position, and I feel like there's always interplay between these, is like skill doesn't exist. Right? People will be like, DBD is a party game, like the only skill in this game is like pre-dropping and gen rushing. Yeah. The only skill in this game is tunneling. And then you have people that are like making these arguments, and you see like comp players and they see other people making these arguments, they're like, what are they? That's just wrong. Right? Like I know there's skill. I have so many hours. Like I've like tried my best. You're just incorrect. It's way more than just pre-dropping, just tunneling, whatever. And then you like respond to them, and maybe you get into an argument. You're like, come 1v1. I'll prove it to you. I'll prove to you that there's skill in the game. And then they'll always retreat to being like, bro, why do you care so much? I don't care about skill. Like, why are you like doing I don't care. Like, why are you caring about this party game? It's a party game. And then the comp players will keep arguing, and then they'll look stupid because it looks like they're trying to like enforce their like caring about skill on like other players that don't. But when they really were just like, they were initially like attacking this point of like there's skill in the game. You know?
Yeah, I agree with you. I think that the difference in ours is just that like you say like I'm right, so like that's a winner, and I'm saying like you're right, but like you also have to understand how it looks if you're trying to grow it better. Like you just have to understand that people see it as fundamentally unserious before you start talking and decide when to waste your breath and stuff. And I think that like general tweets just out to an audience that gets reposted a bunch of like talking about skill in DBD is like people are just gonna think you're nerds. There's like there's no avoiding that, whether you're right or not. Like being right is not really the issue. For example, if you go forward like one tweet or something, I'm sure there's like more I agree with. Something like that, you're like, you'll never reach your potential. It's like, yeah, that's totally true. That's totally right. But people like will just immediately see this as a nerd position or like just an unserious position. And if you can't recognize that in comp, that's when you're in the bubble. I feel like if you're in comp and you can say like, yeah, I get it. Okay, it's unserious, but like now I'm going to deal with the people who actually care and who actually want to talk about it. And do you get what I'm saying? Let's go forward like a tweet, like
yeah.
Let's find one I agree with even more.
You want to just like keep playing and then
incredibly
let's play
aura
for a bit.
of their tweets. They will
probably
often put
one of
down
mine coming
pub
up.
Okay, so this, bro, this is a smug tweet, dude. Like if you can't see that this is like gonna be taken so unseriously by so many people, then you're just in a bubble. Like it doesn't matter if you're right. Doesn't matter if it's like 100% factual. Like, dude, you just have to be able to understand that 99% of the player base is gonna have a more negative view of comp players from this. Like, that's all I'm saying. Like, so even if we both agree it's correct, right? I'm like the perception, dude, like you cannot avoid the perception.
Okay, for one, I mean, yeah, like I agree with that to an extent, but I would say that like I mean, just to give like a defense or whatever, like this is just like what happened to me more or less. Like I used to play pubs, like I thought I was insane at the game, and then I like started playing in like a team, and I realized I was absolutely garbage.
Sure.
But
Okay.
for the like marketing claim, I don't know, bro. Is it really like because here's the thing, right? Like the like what happened after I made this tweet, right? Like what happened is like people argued with me. The tweet blew up. Like
All right.
hence
All right. No, I
the
did no publicity is bad publicity or whatever.
yeah. I mean hence
don't know,
literally
everything's
did like
good.
a massive showcase with odds, like with like insane amount of viewers, and like I think I uploaded a YouTube video of it as
Yeah,
well.
and then didn't the
like
pub
reaching.
players win games, and then comp players got mad again?
I mean, bro, we
Dude,
the comp
find
players. The comp
find the Ninny tweet where the Wraith won, bro.
wait, what was that again? That was a different one, though, no?
Oh,
it?
baby, it was pub killers versus comp teams, I think.
I think in like that one we had like 9 matches, and I think the comp players like 4K'd 7 out of 9 matches, if I remember.
Yeah,
correctly.
I only know what Hens puts up. He only feeds me morsels, so.
Yeah, bro. Hence does this shit all the time, bro. He just uploads like the worst games, like like against the Japanese team, bro. He just uploads us getting shit on the fucking what's it called, the game, and like the Blight like winning as well. Like he just uploaded like the worst games for the EU teams, bro.
Like Conte, you get the guy. You said all publicity is good publicity, right? Even the ones where comp loses.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, like I mean, Laser puts in chat. It was Blight Larry's and German comp team.
So yeah, I feel like this, like Roxanne just says, we're entitled to our own opinions as everyone else. Absolutely, I think this is just, from my perspective, this is a big marketing thing. Is like, you have to understand like the uphill battle you're fighting. This whole section of the video in the chapter is called "Why People Hate Comp." Like, it's not why I hate comp.
Mhm.
I don't hate comp. I like comp. And you have to understand the uphill battle you're fighting. And if you can't understand that, then you'll never be able to. If you're just like,
No, I get
like
it.
watch this and react to this, and you're like, this is 100% true, and like that's it.
I
That's
get
as
it,
far
I
as you
get
can analyze it.
No, I get it, and I understand that it comes across as smug. I would also say though that it is somewhat nuanced, like at least in this case. I don't know the other tweets, because like in the end, like comp gained a ton of publicity, and I think also relatively positive exposure, relatively like,
Sure.
after the showcase.
Laser said really quick. Laser said anyone offended by this tweet is beyond any reasonable target audience to ever enjoy. I extremely disagree with that, dude. I think you can convert so many people. I mean, like I said, I started this video to make fun.
Yeah, okay. I was gonna say.
Yeah, I literally started this video to make fun of comp players. Like, if you're saying, "Oh, we'll never reach them," like that's just a losing statement in the first place.
Bro, I remember. I think weren't you replying to this tweet like saying like
I was like, dude, you need to take a marketing course.
Yeah,
I've been saying this months ago.
Bro, that was my
like,
that was my
optics,
first
optics
interaction.
are
with you.
important. If you're in the like minority that's fighting back, like optics are huge, dude. That's pretty much all I'm saying with this section.
Okay, all right, let's just keep going.
Players, 99.9% of the player base, as bots and say they crutch on broken items and mechanics. They will call any complaint or loss in public matches a skill issue. They'll have non-stop drama within their own community.
I agree with that Light's tweet too.
I glanced over it.
Issue.
Just like to remind some
Yeah,
people
no,
that if you lose a match
I agree
in
with
pubs,
this.
it's not the fault
I
of
could
the
just see
yeah.
how it comes off. That's all.
It's the fault of your own mistakes. Yeah. I mean, yeah.
No, I mean, I agree with it. Like I
It's
said,
reasonable, right?
Issue. They'll have
Reasonable.
non-stop.
Okay, so I'm thankful I'm done with DVD.
So C-Line reached out to me and he's like, "Oh, I think you pushed a point that I didn't mean with this tweet, so I apologize to him." But it's a public tweet, so I feel like this is a pretty like not hot take. Like this is a lukewarm take.
Stop drama within their own community. Probably due to the fact that most of the people who actually have time for COMPDBD are teenagers.
No, I did it.
Yeah, you're actually. This is why everybody.
How DC right now is how Henry quit.
The easiest way to
Bro, so that's the most replayed part of the video. That's the thing people rewound the most.
Yeah, bro. Of course.
I think the timing, dude, of Tremor being unserious enough to get eliminated from the biggest tournament, like, what, 1 week after this video dropped? Man, that was a tough look. I won't lie. It's hard, but good for DVD League for just kicking him.
You were happy.
I wasn't happy, dude, because I just want to root for NA. Like, I want to root for NA.
Okay,
I'm
okay.
in NA. But,
Okay.
like,
Fair enough.
I respect kicking him out of the tournament, but it was just bad timing, dude. Like, the next biggest thing is a DVD League statement. It's like, dude, the DVD League statement like killed me too. They're like, on the Larry's Memorial Hospital versus the Ghostface. They just like it was so serious, and like right after this video, dude. So I don't know. I feel like if you could take a step back and laugh about that stuff, like that's a better look, you know?
Yeah, I mean, it's just, I don't know. It's just like wispy things.
Get every
Bro,
comp
it
player
is
to
wispy.
respond to your
But
tweet
you know,
is to post
like,
the most obvious
you
bait
said it
ever
in a
of you
past
sucking at the
stream, I think, that comp is better with wispy, and I agree, dude. You need big personalities, you know?
Yeah. I mean, that's
Maybe
like
just not too big. Can we get a clarification on
not too
Wispy's
big.
age too? Because I've read everything from 12 to 20.
I believe he's 18. I believe.
Okay, Wispy is 18.
But yeah, I mean,
Big isn't always better. We'll get to the ego section, but I think you need big personalities within leagues.
Yeah,
I think my
100%.
my preference is that they interact with each other, not with outsiders, really. But we'll get to that.
Yeah, I mean, I completely agree. Like, if you don't have like interpersonal interesting relationships, like people trash talking, people like
Yeah,
having
you definitely need that.
like it just makes everything so much more interesting. Like if you
Mhm.
didn't have
I
that,
think,
that would just be so dry.
You gotta have Haunt getting out there right after the tournament, minutes after the tournament.
Okay, that's a bit. Yeah, okay, we'll just
the game
I'll
because
just
they
agree
will
with that.
absolutely eat.
Okay. Okay, whatever.
Okay,
up.
so this
They
is
literally
this
can't-
happens so often on Twitter, dude. Like, oh
Oh,
my
like
gosh, if
people
you
falling
see
for
any
bait?
clip with a mistake, dude, like I swear, like, bro, they just cannot stop replying, dude. Just skip past things that of people sucking, please. Like that's just marketing, dude. That's my opinion.
Like
I guess
when people
if you
post a
have to
shit.
hop on and tell them that they suck, like, I just disagree. So.
Like,
Also, this guy's like a known troll, dude. Like this guy's
is
always
this
tweeting bullshit.
this is like the Scooby Doo like dog like is this what's his name?
Like Crow Show. I don't know. I don't really know him. I just know he's always posting like dumb bait. But like this one got eaten up, dude. This one
Drowsy, yeah, drowsy.
this one got hooked.
Okay.
can't help themselves. The comp community is looking for any reason to show off their thousands.
Billy's so boring now. I start playing Billy because it felt so rewarding to play well. Now
This is
everything
so
is just
lame,
so
bro.
free. I mean, I feel like this isn't even that true, is it? Like, I mean,
Dude,
it's
I just
true.
think like
Yeah.
the devs 100% made it more fun, dude. If you're gonna like cry that, oh my gosh, now everyone's playing Billy and winning, like, dude, that's another. It's marketing, dude. Like, just looks bad, in my opinion.
Motherfucker, you never play Billy. I mean, it's true. I don't play Billy, but you
Our
know,
comp players not
according
allowed to post their opinions. No, they absolutely are. I'm just saying that they are held to a standard because people are looking for ways to hate comp. That's all.
hey, bro,
So
according
you're more than welcome to.
according to this tweet, maybe I should like maybe I should start playing Billy. But Billy's easy now. Just pick him up.
They're
I
so
don't-
mid, dude. Can't believe anyone can play Billy now.
I get results on Billy. I mean, it's also it feels like also like you're like punishing like you're like if the survivors don't know about crouch tech, it's way harder to deal with Billy, right?
Sure.
So like in pubs, like if they don't know about crouch tech, then it's like I feel like you can pretty much get a lot of easy results in pubs.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I'm not gonna argue. I'm just saying, like,
yeah.
this is a
But yeah, it's
a
bad. It's
tweet
not.
that didn't need to be made.
But it's also
but-
it's to be fair, I feel like it's also like the what I was talking about, like the like when you're on Twitter, like you know that you post something like mildly controversial, like some people are gonna dislike it and like comment, quote tweet, other people are gonna defend you. It's just like this gamification, like dopamine every time you get like a like or a retweet,
No, I
like
get
pushes
it. I get
people
it.
to like even like the people disagreeing, right? Like people who are like hating on comp are probably dealing with like those same incentives to like because they know like talking shit about comp will get like other comp players to like respond, and then just like the
Yeah, no, Twitter is 100% the worst place. I think.
what do you
yeah.
no, I was gonna say it's the best place. It's the most fun
It's
place.
the worst, bro. I mean, it's funny. It's definitely funny. But I'm not the content police. You know, tweet whatever you want, do whatever you want. This whole section was to say like, this is how people see you.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah,
if like we leave a party and I'm like, bro, everyone in there thought you were a jerk, and then you're like, you think I'm a jerk? Like, I'm like, no, I'm not saying that. I'm just saying everyone else did, dude. Like, because this is how you come across. That's
yeah.
all this part of the video is for.
To be fair, also I feel like 2023 like DBD Twitter was just like a different place. Okay? It was like a different place, different time.
Before CM99 almost humbled the entire scene, bro.
Yeah, I mean, even after like the whole 2023, like everything that happened in 2023 stays in 2023. DVD Twitter.
Okay, okay,
Like,
fresh start.
if you want to talk about like DVD Twitter in 2023, like contact my
Thousands of
lawyer.
hours of knowledge and skill in DBD, usually in a way that's meant to make you feel like a dumbass. They're wildly confused that people just like to play DBD
Crazy when people in DVD are content with being bad at the game. I mean, yeah, it's just I would argue this is just like the same kind of thing where you, like like you're deliberately phrasing it in like a somewhat controversial way because you know people are gonna like
for
react
fun
or
instead
you
of
think that
Sure.
they will,
trying to improve.
which is
putting
which
down
is
any
like
perk
yeah
or build
whatever,
that they think will interrupt this
like not a good look, but at the same
quest
time
for
like who
maximum
cares?
skill
In my
expression.
opinion.
I don't think it's a hot take to say that people
Cringe
don't
and
really like when others are
unskilled.
condescending, and the comp community really doesn't seem to know or care how often they come across this way. But hey, there are smug elitists in every hobby. What makes DBD different? The first issue is that truthfully, DBD is a pretty mechanically simple game. Yes, it
Okay,
Like,
man, there's.
yeah,
I'll defend this whole section. I'll
Okay,
preface this. I'll
okay,
say
let's
I'll
see it.
defend this whole section, dude.
you think okay,
DBD is mechanically simple. Like that, I do not see any way around this.
how if that's the case, how do you explain that like the only like good players at the game are like 7, 8, 9, 10, 11,000 hour players?
Let's play the video a bit, and then we'll go into it.
has a massive skill ceiling, but most of this is from game knowledge and experience rather than being physically demanding. There are some difficult things you can do, but you can win 99% of your games without ever learning these. I'll be honest, I've sucked at multiplayer games.
So this section is referring mostly to pubs. I think I would say like 1,000-hour killer could probably win most of their games. Like if they're sweating, with like decent killer.
Yeah, I mean,
And-
Livy raises a good point though. Like that is a matchmaking like issue, right? Like that's not.
Sure. But if there's straight up not enough people to pair, then that's just the player base. That's just the game. Like so referring to pubs, I'm like DVD is mechanically simple, right? It's WASD, it's M1 and M2, like there's not much precision aiming except on like a few random killers. There's not like very precise tapping or movements. Like it's pretty simple, dude, mechanically. And then all the experience where you need 5K hours is
I would
like
disagree with that.
because there's 57 maps or whatever. There's 300
no.
perks, everything. Dude,
I mean, even like
it's like almost impossible to convince a 7,000-hour player that like their game is mechanically simple. Like it can be mechanically simple and still have a high skill ceiling.
no, but even like what Roxana said, like WASD, like how to, like moving on killer, like faking perfect distance, like moving, like keeping your momentum,
Right.
like.
But you don't need that in pubs, dude. You don't need
Yeah,
that.
but okay, but like if you made that argument, imagine like you don't need to you don't need to be good mechanically in CS2 if you only played like team deathmatch or like deathmatch. Like,
Yeah, but people don't see it that way. People will be like, if you let's say CS2, they'll be like, yeah, of course you need like good aiming, good accuracy, good whatever reaction time to play well. Whereas when people look at DBD, they'll be like, no, it's kind of an easy game. Like there's so many big creators who don't play DBD who like played it once, like big streamers, and they're like, wow, this game's like easy as hell. It just kind of, especially Killer's so intuitive. I mean, especially when you're getting put against like people who just started. Like,
I mean,
it's just an easier game, I think, than mechanically.
I would argue it is probably easier mechanically than like the most skill intense games out there. But it's also like really unique. Like it's so unique and like
sure. Survivor for sure.
And I mean Killer as well. No, like what game would you play and then like have your skill translate to playing Killer?
I'd say any FPS in my opinion, dude. I feel like my friends that have started this game win like their first 20 Killer matches. Like obviously they're playing against idiots, but like.
Well, I mean they're playing against people that like don't even know how to get on guns.
It's M1 twice aiming at someone and put them on a hook. Like it's just not a crazy mechanically precise game. I mean, it sounds like we're just gonna disagree on this point.
I mean, I will just say that like pubs are one thing, but to me that's just like bad matchmaking. And then like
Sure. If you I'll give it up that if you're playing other high hour players, yeah, then it's more mechanically complex. But like how most people see it, again, this chapter's called Why People Hate Comp. It's because most people see it as a mechanically simple game. So they're like, why the fuck would you spend so long on a game that's WASD and M1? Or like the hard like one of the hardest things people think they do on Survivor is like hitting a random fastball. You know, like that's how people see it. So I admit it has a huge skill ceiling, crazy skill ceiling. I think.
But you
Most
will
people
acknowledge that
know
like
you-
those people who think that like are wrong, right? Like they are.
Most people know you don't need that.
What do you mean?
No, I still think it's mechanically easy. Like it's mechanically simple.
I mean, the
I
classic.
think
Then
most-
come Monday one right now. No.
Come on, everyone. That's not to say I said it has a massive skill ceiling, dude. I said it has a massive skill ceiling, but it
Mechanically
is-
easy,
I
bro.
know,
That
I know that like if you put 100 hours into CS or you put 100 hours into DBD, like dude, you'd have a lot better results with DBD.
I don't know. I feel like you could like be a pro, and if you're like super talented, like have a super good aim, like from other games, like you could be a pro in like 2,000 hours of playing like a shooter, like CS2 or Val. I feel like if you're really talented and have experience in other games, less, yeah.
Well, let's play the video because I get to that, right? Because I already see your chat arguing that I don't know for shooters. I don't watch comp shooters, but let's play because there is a different
like
argument we
saying
can
like
take.
people saying that's not true. Like, are you telling me like Shroud when he like started playing Val, like he wouldn't have been able to be or like, didn't he even? I think he even played a couple tournaments, no, or like one tournament in Val. But okay, anyway.
Most of my life. No matter what I did, my KD was usually barely over 1 when I used to play shooters. But in DBD, I can win most of my games with mostly just knowledge and experience, which is what drew me toward it in the first place. So when a bunch of players start talking about skill expression so often in a game where you can probably win most matches after like 500 hours if you have decent video game experience and don't follow the other
I mean, but this to me is like the perfect
I would say
comparison.
this is definitely more killer sided.
Killer sided. Yeah, but
Like-
it's a matchmaking issue. It's like saying there's no skill in CS2 after
Sure,
like playing
but-
deathmatch all day.
When there's only one matchmaking, that's all people think is the top, right? Like, so that's why when they hear about COMPDBD, they just think of their slightly harder matchmaking games, and they're like, "That's stupid as hell," right?
Wait, can you repeat that? Last-
So people see like whatever their soft cap, like they see their bad matchmaking as like the highest skill. And so when you start talking about skill in CompDBD, like they are thinking of whatever their hardest pub match was, and they're like, it still wasn't even that bad. Like,
But then that's them
bro,
being
again,
them being
I'm
in the
not-
bubble,
I'm
right?
not- yeah, no, I think it is, but it's a bubble that's 95% of players, right? So that's not really the bubble that has to change or is like gonna change.
I think even like most players like will acknowledge that the matchmaking is garbage. Like they're constantly like getting
Sure.
playing matches against survivors that aren't good or even like killers that aren't good. Like
I feel like you're arguing with me about like it's mechanically precise, and I'm arguing with you that like people see it as being not, right?
okay. But you will
So
agree.
people-
I mean, okay, you don't agree though. You don't agree that it is mechanically difficult, right?
Well, let's play. Let's get to
Okay.
the
Besides
juicy
rulebook,
argument, the
Okay.
Of
1,000
course,
hour
it
thing.
seems really
Yeah,
silly. In
sure.
most games and sports, the top players have 10,000 plus hours and extremely precise mechanics. In DBD, you could probably get there in 1,000 if you actually practiced correctly and
Yeah, was this bait, bro? Was this
Wait.
like
No. Play.
just watched videos to gain the necessary knowledge.
Okay,
The second
1,000
reason-
hours. First of all, let's admit this has never been tested, right? No one has ever started DBD and practiced correctly. Like they played 2,000 hours of horrific pub games before they even touch.
I feel like
1v1s.
probably the best like comparison you could make is PXPX. PXPX has like 4K hours, and I think like maybe he has like 2 to 3K of like pure sweating 1v1s, like the same 4 sets, like and he's
Oh
playing
my
at
gosh.
a really high level, like top 5 easily.
So
But he,
here's my argument, right? Let's take a new player that never played. They have decent video game experience. That's what I've said. And let's just start them in 500 hours of Trapper 1v1s, right? Like that's all they play on what 4 maps, whatever the most popular 4 maps are. Macmillan
say it,
or
let's say-
Suffo Pit,
yeah.
Coal Tower, DDS, and Wreckers or something. Just play Trapper 500 hours. Then like 200 hours with some other killers, like the most popular comp killers. Then 300 like pugs, right? Pickup games.
you
I
could
think
be
they'd
decent.
be a pretty strong player with like the right
No.
teaching and stuff. The problem, dude, is that no one like pubs is the worst like learning tool ever. The game doesn't tell you anything. You can't train alone. You can't like practice alone. You can't do anything. and Laser. They will probably still lose to me on Trapper. That's true. That's true. They wouldn't be a top competitor, right?
Wait,
Maybe,
I mean,
maybe that's where I misphrased.
wait, yeah,
'cause I
let's
said
listen
top.
to that again.
Plus
Let's listen to
about
that again.
10,000 plus hours and extremely precise mechanics. In DBD, you could probably get there in 1,000 if you actually practiced correctly and just watched videos to gain the necessary
Yeah,
knowledge.
I think with a crazy experiment like this will never happen. It's not really provable. I think you could make a strong comp player in 1,000 hours, dude. Like if that's what you started on and like that's all you're training and you were only training the maps you needed to play because there's only what 8 or 9 in play. There's only 16 killers as opposed to 35. Like, dude, I think you can make a pretty strong player. I think people like there's wiggle room, right? There's arguments, but like
maybe 2K, bro.
dude, I
Maybe.
think that the
Maybe.
pros in DBD. Can we wait? Let's see. Let me gauge. Do you think like the skill ceiling of DBD and like comp teams is anywhere near like optimal right now?
No.
Do-
No. I think
Okay,
if people
so we
keep
can
playing
agree
in
on that.
like 5 years, if DBD's still around, they'll be like so much better.
Yeah, we can agree on that. So I also think that we're not even close to like the actual optimal what like an AI would do if it was given the
Yeah,
you know,
yeah.
a stockfish chess type thing. And that's why I say like if someone trained correctly, if they were actually had like good learning tools, they were doing 1v1s immediately, dude, I really think you'd get there. I think most people are just used to playing 2K hours of pubs and then going to 1v1s and getting shit on because they didn't learn anything. And they're saying, okay, so I definitely need like 4,000 hours. Laser says, I joined comp with 450, watched with 200. Took me 2.5K hours to get decent, nowhere near where I'm now. Yeah, I don't think you could be eternal with 1,000 hours, but I think you could be on a comp team
I mean,
and doing well.
I mean, but at this point, like you'll see like players like just disagreeing with you, right? Like people who have gone through it, who watched like their friends go through it. Like it
Read
takes.
what Angel said. I joined comp. It took me 4K hours to get good. I mean, all right, we can agree disagree. I think that the floor is lower than other pro scenes, and people see it that way. And
I mean, bro,
like-
but there's no. I don't think there's I think the lowest, the player with like the lowest amount of hours on like top teams is what, like Silhe with 6K, like, or what? Like
sure.
it's
Let's
like
go
what?
to. I mean, let's scroll to team number 50
Spitz?
on the.
How many
league,
hours does
and
Spitz have? That would be
You're
interested to
naming
know
all the top players. I still agree they would get shit on by top players.
8K. Okay.
Maybe I can.
Hunt
Yeah,
at 4.
maybe,
I mean,
maybe I
okay.
could have phrased it. Maybe I could have phrased it that you could enter the scene. You could enter the scene with 8K, in which other games I do not think you could like enter the scene or even be close. I think you could be close with the K, but no one's ever gonna start the game and start practicing correctly. So it's just a theoretical at best.
Yeah, I mean, but it's like you'll acknowledge that like the experiences of like the people here and like the people who've gone through it is probably
Sure.
gonna be a better predictor than like your like intuition.
Yeah, I
right?
know. I do still think the 8K hour player would beat the 1K hour player.
Big space with 2.
But do you think? Okay, let's say you trained like that, right? 1,000 hours or whatever, and then you just entered pubs. What hour count do you think they'd be comparable to? Say 500 hours of 1v1s,
Probably like-
200 with
probably like
other
3K.
killers, and then 300 with pugs.
3-4K.
right? Yeah, 3-4K. So at that point, like most people see that as like an insane amount of time in DBD. I know that's low, considered low in this chat. Everyone's a bunch of nerds here. Let's admit that if you're in this chat right now, you're in the top 0.01% of DBD fandom.
Everyone
like-
but Angels.
Yeah, and so like if you can get to 5K hours of experience, 4 to 5K hours in 1K hours, then like that's going to create a divide where people think your game is not that skilled, right?
Wait, can you say it again? Sorry.
If you can practice for 1K hours, practice correctly,
Mhm.
and get to the point of most people with like 4 to 5K hours, then that's going to create a feeling that this game is like unserious.
It's just an indictment on like how bad pubs are and like how
Sure.
like how
But
shit
again,
the matchmaking
I
is.
mean,
And
I gotta do my mortar and pestle thing or whatever, dude. I'm retreating. This is why people see comp this way.
okay, so what's the good one here? Like what's the easy to defend one? In
The
this
good one
case?
is this is how people see comp.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, true.
And so every time that you're like, well, that's simply not true. I'm like, well, it's how people see it. That's how people see it.
Yeah,
That's my mortar and pestle.
true, true. But then I'm like, they're wrong, but they're wrong. And you're like,
Okay, but being
but
wrong
you'll
isn't,
acknowledge
isn't
that they're
everything
wrong,
when
right?
it comes to marketing, right? When it comes to marketing, being wrong doesn't matter at all.
Okay, let's keep going.
The second reason is that most DBD players are kind of bad at the game from an objective standpoint. I would say the main reason for this is that there's no way to practice mechanics of
true.
any kind on your own, and
It's just the fact that there isn't even like the ranks don't even matter. Like we literally don't even have a ranking system in DBD. It's like
5% of the
No,
player base
there's
is not going
nothing
to
to go
waste
for.
time working on
It's really
flashlight
sad.
save timing.
like at least like back in the day we had rank 20 to 1. Like at least that had like an impact.
friend in a custom
Laser
game.
said
All
Laser
the-
said we're both retreating to our mortar and pestles. That's a good insight, Laser. I agree. The mortar and pestle argument has been secured on both
experience
sides.
most people
True,
have is
true.
from pubs where you might get 4 games an hour if you're lucky, and most players
That's
are
any
totally
ping
fine
right
with
there.
this. When everyone is bad, it all evens out
Yeah.
and makes for exciting games.
Fucking hate
Unfortunately,
NA,
the
bro.
players that aren't fine with this are either the ones who are extra bad and will blame everything but themselves while demanding balance changes that would
Okay, so this is the toxic casuals, right? And I feel like this is who comp people argue against.
The
Which is
shadow,
fair.
the shadow of the pub players.
The people who are like pubs ain't that serious and they have 5K hours and they play it every day of their lives. I agree, you know.
Yeah, and there's no skill in the game, but we
benefit
still
them.
play
Yeah.
this
Or the
game every
players
day.
who
Yeah,
have
no, I
practiced DBD
agree.
mechanics way too much and are now better than 99.9% of players, not realizing that there's a lot of reasons that almost no one else does this. I'll let you figure out which category comp players belong to. So I'll summarize the first issue with a metaphor. Have you ever started up a co-op game with friends, but you have that one guy who rushes endgame content as fast as possible to get ahead of everyone else? It kinda sucks the fun out of it for the people who have to play with them, and that's kinda how people feel about competitive DBD players. Most of us can agree that playing against a killer or survivor team that is way
I
better
don't know if that's a good
Wait,
comparison.
let's finish this. Let's finish this.
than you is really unfun in this game. Is this fair to complain about? In my opinion, not really. Do I understand why people complain about it? Absolutely. But I think
Right,
what
so that's
really
the whole
annoys
argument.
most
Like,
people
I get it.
Mhm.
But you have to be able to see why people are mad, because otherwise, nothing is fixable.
Okay.
about COMPDBD in particular is the fact that comp players seem to be unaware of how funny their bubble really is. Like they made up a game mode with their own made up rules and somehow that makes them better than
Okay, dude, people, oh my gosh. I'm sorry. People are like 1v1 has been a thing since forever. If you don't see a difference in like a 1v1 in a shooter compared to DBD, like public
Yeah,
perception
it's
wise,
better.
like,
It's better in
you are
DVD.
so much in a bubble.
It's
Dude. Like
more
if you
fun
challenge
in
someone to a
DVD.
1v1, they don't even know, they wouldn't even know to like go to Shack, dude. Like no one knows what you're talking about in
Yeah.
DBD, whereas in a shooter, it's intuitive. It's like, okay, we both load in, we shoot each other. Like
Yeah,
DBD,
that's
you're
fair.
like, you're starting with 2 chase perks, 1 chase perk on killer, whatever. Like no one knows what you're talking about. So like,
But
that's a huge bubble.
but I mean, and I think this argument has been made by other people too. I think, but like there's like 1v1s in like almost every game that has custom games.
Yeah,
like,
but,
any game
Like DVDs
even-
is not intuitive, dude. DVDs is not intuitive. People, if you tell random console Andy who plays DVD when he gets off work that like people run around in 1v1s and start at Shack, like he'd be like, "What the fuck are you talking about, dude?" Whereas if he's playing Halo and you're like, "Hey, do you know people play 1v1s in Halo?" He's like, "Yeah."
But
I've
truly,
done it
there's
with my
also
friends.
like there's like ASIM games that also like I feel like every game that has custom games has 1v1s, right? Like I can't. I mean, I'm not really an expert, but that's just that's my feeling.
Sure, but I'm just
Like-
saying they're way more intuitive, dude. They're way more.
Yeah, I
Intuitive.
mean, in
there's
shooters,
there's a whole ass rule set for your ladder locked behind a Discord.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
You don't have to have a rule set for 1v1 me in Call of Duty or whatever.
Really, any game is intuitive. It's a matter of how widespread it is.
Sure. And Laser wants a
Yeah.
1v1 mode. I agree, dude. There should absolutely be a 1v1 mode. Dude, the
Bro,
pub skill
have you
level would
seen
go
the-
up so fast.
Or have you seen these people that are like, why don't they jump into hatch? Like, you just ran past hatch.
No, that's exactly it, dude. And I feel like you have to see that and be like, oh, we're the minority. Like Ots plays a 1v1 and most people are asking why he doesn't take hatch. Like that should be a sign that like people don't know what the fuck you're talking about.
I mean, but like, what are you even trying to argue? Yeah, I don't know. Just like how.
No, Angels
Yeah.
is arguing with Unlucky. They're arguing in your chat.
Oh,
They're not talking about this.
okay.
Your chat has a whole other conversation going on.
Okay, let's keep going.
than everyone who just plays this game normally. Reminder, pubs is literally the only game mode in DBD with progression, rewards, achievements, and the only game
The real like progress was the friends we made along the
mode
way.
that developers care
Surely.
about, as shown by them leaving tons of spectator bugs in custom games for months now. Everything you do in customs is just something you made up,
Alright.
just like every tournament win that you notch on your Twitch about page is made up by someone else.
All right, people are getting into existentialism in the reactions on this one, bro.
Yeah, like what does it mean? What does it mean?
Look, the reason is because when you win a tournament in other games, there's usually like some official thing. Like, let's look at Xeno's 66 times tournament wins. Like, what the fuck is this? Like, is this DBD League season or is this, John's Guacamole Cup back in 2018, dude? Like,
it's
just
it's
it could
probably
be-
mostly John's Guacamole Cup.
it could be literally anything. So flexing it on your page, like to most people, that just looks silly. If there was an official league, like alliance or something of top tournaments that we are DBD Esports, this is it, and you put that, okay, that's cool. But dude, this is just like, this could literally be anything, dude. I'm holding like a shitty
I get that.
meme tournament in 2 weeks for my stream, dude. Like, they're gonna put that on their on their Twitch about page. I mean, like, one time Whale Wars winner.
I've seen people like put like 10 times like 1v1 winner, and they just like include like rounds in 1v1 tournaments. Like I won that
yeah,
round,
exactly.
and they include that as
that's
like
what I'm saying. I'm
Yeah, I
not
mean-
trying to say, oh wow, everything's made up. Wow, the game is made up. It's pixels on a screen. It's like, dude, there's no official like boundary. There's no entry. Like, anything could be a win, and putting it, like, people will see that as silly. Like, when you let's Google competitive Dead by Daylight, and you can't find any website that tracks these tournament wins. It's
Yeah,
like, what
yeah.
does it even mean? you know?
I get it. Yeah, the like from the outside perspective for sure. Like it's just like
A lot of small game.
Yeah.
Someone in the chat's like, a lot of small games have community hosted tournaments. Yeah, but they also have like, okay, let's take a similar. What is it? Smash. Smash has like massive, huge tournaments that, like, big. There's huge audiences for, right? And those also will have locals, but like, I feel like if you go to their page, they don't say times 300 tournament wins when it's like a local thing with 8 players. And Kyle says, what if we count only the behavior community cups? That'd be lit, dude. You should count that.
yeah,
Put
or
that on
like
your Twitch
DBD
profile.
League, like 5-time
Yeah, if
DBD
you
League
put
winner.
2 times DBD League winner, I feel like that's a lot more interesting. When
Yeah.
like a random comes to a comp player stream, they're like, what the fuck, 60 tournament wins? What is that? Like, this is just bullshit.
To be fair, yeah, I never counted my tourney wins. Not that I have that many, but like I never got the appeal, honestly.
Your about says Survivor and Blight main for Team Elysium, but I haven't seen you play Survivor or Blight for Team Elysium in like 6 months. So
You think I
and it also
update
says
that?
best DBD tournament team in the world currently.
Do you think I ever update like any of my socials?
It also says you main Artist and Wraith, but
Also,
I didn't see you
after
play them
today,
recently.
maybe after today.
It says you made the virtual tech, but that doesn't work.
Bro, okay.
I tried the inputs you showed me. It doesn't work.
Okay, like it used to work, alright? It's still like back in my day, it still worked.
All right. Maybe put 40. Do it, Kyle says. Put 40 times John's Guacamole Cup winner.
Yeah.
Okay. Anyway, people made this like more deep than it was
Yeah.
supposed to be.
I
even
understand.
if
There's like a different point
Are
that you made.
technically right about your opinion
Okay, we spoke about this earlier, right?
So I said you're technically right here, even in the video.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's skip by this.
Yeah.
on pub players, even if it technically is a skill issue that someone's complaining about, no one cares. What people do care about is results. Let me explain. Let's say you have a pub killer or a pub swift who brings the most disgusting, broken builds and wins every public game, and a comp
I thought
killer
V1
or
tech still works. It still works. But it's not quite the same. But it still works technically. Yeah. It's like you can only do it in like certain situations. Like you can't do it like all the time anymore.
comp team that brings
But-
whatever and wins
so it
every
is still a
public game.
thing.
No one really cares about the fake skill of the former. They're both winning every game in the only game mode that the developers made. End of story. The players on the other side of those games got shit on equally. But I really think that bothers
I feel like this is
yeah,
not true.
I see Angels talking. People in pubs definitely care about what you bring. That's true. I think, yeah, I don't know. Maybe I could have tried to phrase this better, but the point I'm getting at is that, like, when you lose, like, you lose, and most people just, they only care about the result that happens to them. Like, you know.
I mean, are you sure,
You'll-
bro?
you'll-
I swear, like if a streamer, like if I watch a streamer like doing a win streak or something, and they lose, and then they check the end game builds, and the survivors have a bunch of broken shit, they'll instantly be like, "Yeah, of course, bro. They're crouching on like broken shit." Right? That'll be the response. Like every single time they like lose their win streak, is they'll check builds and be like, "Bro, they brought such good stuff." Like
Sure.
they 100% care, and it's like everyone like if you bring like some dog shit ass builds and then you out someone, then all of a sudden like they don't have that excuse anymore.
Yeah, I'll agree. When non-comp players do win streaks, they do the same thing. Yeah, they say, "Oh, this is broken."
Yeah.
You know, of course, the attitude is like, "Of course you could win with this."
Yeah.
I agree.
Yeah.
But you know, videos about comp, so.
Yeah, but you're talking about like the casual like mindset, right? Or wasn't it? Wait, let me rewatch
Public
that.
game, and a comp killer or comp team that brings whatever and wins every public game. No one really cares about the fake skill of the former.
I mean, they do care though, right? Like
I'd say people like involved in DBD community care, but like I don't think the average player cares, dude. Like I like trying to remember. There's like what 70% probably of people who like have never even watched a YouTube video or something. Like, yeah, the community.
Wait, really?
creators- Sure.
70% of DBD players have never watched a DBD YouTube video.
Like people just play this game like. There's a lot of like casuals on any given game,
Really?
dude. Like they're the ones buying all the skins, pushing it forward and stuff. I wish there was stats on that, but
Yeah, so it's just like an assumption you're making, like
there are.
like a guess.
I mean, no, there's just a lot of casual users on any product, dude.
okay.
Okay, yeah, it is an assumption. You're right.
Yeah, okay. I mean, that's fine. It's probably not that far off if I had to guess. But okay.
And that's why, yeah, someone says that's why Aughts is so popular. Maybe they find an Aughts video that's like as deep as someone goes, you know.
Bro, DBD content creators fell off, bro. Like Noob 3, like holy shit. It was like the peak content creation.
Yeah,
And,
wow,
like-
truly peak. Anyway, wait, let's continue because this point gets made later anyway.
They're both winning every game in the only game mode that the developers made. End of story. The players on the other side of those games got shit on equally. But I really think that bothers comp players because they're constantly talking about the ego of pub players who are crutching on things that comp players think are OP. This leads them to constantly respond to people who don't really care what the comp community thinks. And it always follows the logic of, if you lost, skill issue. If you won, you were using broken shit, and it's still a skill issue.
I feel like that's just true, dude. Okay, yeah, pub content creators do it too.
I mean, is
but,
this
yeah?
like is
Right.
this are you saying this is the public perception, or this is like an actual like criticism you have?
This is the public perception is that. Hold on, go back. I'm sorry, I'm getting lost in my own train of thought.
thinks. And it always follows
The
logic
public
of,
perception is that like skill isn't important, right? Which we both agree is wrong. But the public perception is like
No. I mean, that's what I was talking about. That's fine if you think skill isn't important. Like, okay, but like skill exists is what I would say. Is like
sure.
the fact that we argue about. And
Dude,
bro,
I
like
don't know.
I
We've
don't
broken
think
up this video so much.
I don't think I could ever go into like a pub game, lose to like 4 random pub survivors because they played better than me. I don't believe it. Like maybe
Okay.
I just don't believe it. I just do not believe it. The only way that could happen.
It's like annoying, right? That's annoying game design.
No, it's just like it's just I think
No,
the
isn't that-
level of
come on,
play
come on,
is
come
so
on, be
low.
Be real. If you lose and you think you lost to 4 brand new parts or whatever, like that's annoying. That's broken game design, right? That's how you feel?
Duel.
Oh, that is annoying, dude. I don't know how you would say that's not annoying. To feel like you lost to like items or perks rather than skill, like that's annoying.
Yeah, sure.
Okay, that's what I'm getting at. It's like no matter what, like I say here, if you lost or play it really quick,
if you lost, skill issue. If you
whenever
won,
you lose,
were
it's like,
using
oh,
broken shit.
it's all my skill. I did that because I've trained for 8K hours. When you won, oh, you use broken shit, and like I think that affects comp the most because that's why you ban literally everything. But when there's only one game mode and everything is allowed in that game mode, it's just irrelevant, Like if there was a ranked queue with ban stuff, sure, then let's all talk about skill. Let's all be like, skill's so important. But when the only thing that people have is pubs and all it's broken shit, like no one cares when you're like, oh, most DBD players actually have no skill. They just crutch on shit. It's like, dude, well, I won. Like I won in the game, the only game mode. So what do you want me to do? I used Eerie add-ons because they're there and I win, and that's all people care about. Like they don't actually care about like intrinsic skill.
I mean, I could argue like if it's a difference of what people care about, then yeah, okay. I mean, I can't argue with
Sure,
that.
and
But
comp
I
people
care about
definitely
it.
care more about skill. Right.
And I feel like a lot of pub players care about it as well. Like there's a difference, like losing to people with good builds versus losing to people with like meme builds, or like.
Sure, I would say it's extra annoying for high tier players.
Okay, fair
Right.
enough.
Shit, and it's still a skill issue. The best example of this is when a comp player loses in pubs. Let's look at Momo7th, a player for the comp team Petroleum, after losing his...
Bro, this part, I feel like you must have like made this part and then like revisited later, right? Because I feel like
why do you say that?
it doesn't make sense.
So
'Cause-
I said when people lose in pubs, like I feel like a lot of people mistook this as like, oh, he didn't lose to pub players, but he lost in pubs. That's the point. Is he lost to a bunch of broken shit?
Yeah, but that's
And
what it
he's
sounds
mad,
like,
and
though.
he says scrim, like that's
Yeah,
that's
but
right,
you
he
just,
lost.
but like you were just talking about how comp players get like angry when they lose to pub players, and then you like
Sure.
transition to this, and like
No,
the
they get
assumption.
angry when they lose to things that they think are broken. That's the point.
Okay.
Because skill is like the most important thing in the comp scene, right? So when Momo loses to this, the immediate thing he does is like, let's play a skill game. Let's play a real game. Like,
Okay, but like the
And-
conclusion,
and-
the conclusion I took away from this was like when comp players like comp versus like pub players, like that was the.
sure. I mean, like I did say in pub games. I didn't say to pub players. I guess I could have been more clear.
Yeah, but
2009.
I mean we can.
The context being delayed to later in the video. Yeah, the whole thing was when they lose in pubs, like when they lose in a situation where broken shit can be abused. That's the whole point, and that's what I said in the video. Like I didn't say it wrong. So I mean I apologize if it came off wrong, but I did say this is the best example is when they lose in pubs
it's
meaning
it's also so
in
funny
an-
to me.
in an environment where shit is broken.
It's so funny. It's also so funny to me, bro. We're like it Momo has like a win streak of 1947, and like the way he loses it is like other comp players sniping him.
Dude, Demo Boy says Killawhale's moving the goalpost. I'm not. I literally said it in the video, dude. I said it's when you lose in pubs. Like that's when you get mad. I haven't moved the goalpost
It sounded like, and I mean again, like if you didn't do it on purpose, like there's no way of knowing, right? But like
Sure, let's go skip to the end game chat.
Yeah,
By the way, did Momo know
947 win
before?
streak with Blight in public games.
did he know before?
At what point did he realize?
He probably knew before. I think he knew before that it was
Then why the fuck did he not dodge this, bro?
I don't know, bro. Old
You
Blight, bro.
imply
Old Blight.
being no, you infer it, Demo Boy. You infer it. I said in pubs. I said in pub games. Go rewatch it.
I think everyone watching it understood it that way though. Like almost everyone
Okay.
understood it that
All
way.
right, then
But it's
that's
okay.
Despite
that's
being
my bad for
understandably
scripting.
upset after having such a long streak broken, once the endgame chat starts, he immediately says scrim, which to me might as well say, well, you beat me in the unbalanced luck
And he
based.
says
And this-
scrim before they say team EQ. He says scrim.
No, but
before he knows shit.
I think he said I think he knew that it was a team, right?
I don't know. We gotta get Momo in here. Anyway,
I think
But-
because that's the thing. That's like important context, right? Because if they were like if he thought they were some random pub players, then like your point would be like valid as fuck. Because then like what do they like? There's no point. Like
Sure.
but if he knows them, if he knows they're like some low tier team, then like then it makes perfect sense for them.
I needed to. Yeah, that chatter's right. I needed to wait a few months for the Gummy Hag event, and then maybe we could have made more points.
Oh, bro, don't bring that one up, bro. Don't bring up the gummy hag
The Gummy
incident.
Hag incident. I think. Okay, let me explain so we can move on. I think this speaks to the point I'm saying is that like, I think it's lame to go into a thing with broken rule sets and then get mad at people for using broken shit. Like, he made it 1947 games, and as soon as he loses to someone who can finally compete with him, it's like, oh, we're in a no skill game. Like, whatever. Of course you could have done this at any time, just no one did for 1947. Like, I think that's a comp mentality. It's like, as soon as you lose, oh, well, it's not a skill based game. Like, come to it. So that's what I'm saying. Why I dislike that attitude.
Yeah, but I mean,
Momo has lost 6 times prior.
I think, but it's about like it was about them being like a team. It wasn't about them using broken
Okay.
shit. I think,
Okay.
or like if it, what Light said. What did Light say?
What's it? He said he lost 6 times prior and never said come scrim. Okay, that's fair.
Okay, so yeah, okay.
Now come prove it in a real game. To which one player hilariously responds, "Nah, I'm good." Comp players really don't understand how funny it is to challenge random pub players to scrims and 1v1s. But the truth is that no one really cares about how
But you
This
dodged,
guy,
bro.
Dude, this guy,
No.
so this guy went on an this guy went on and on to try and challenge me to 1v1, and he had like 1v1 ladder placements in his bio.
And you dodged him, bro. Like
Dude, of course I
minus
dodged him. I don't have
minus
time for that
aura,
shit.
minus aura. Right there.
Why the
skilled you
fuck
are
would I
in
do
a
it? Look,
bound
I won the 4v1. Why would I play 1v1?
version
No,
of a
no.
game that you made up. And to
Minus
accept
aura.
this truth, that would mean admitting that you've spent thousands of hours obtaining skills that even the developers don't care about. But here, any comp player might be pulling the "they aren't a real comp player" card, similar to the "no true Scotsman" fallacy. The implication is that only the lower tier comp players go around stomping.
I mean, bro, do you like you know there's like teams out there that like they literally play in like a handful of tournaments, play in one round, and then like they don't play again. And then they just
and
like
that's what,
hover.
well, that's what I tried to make the whole next part. That's why I tried to make the whole next part about more top tier players. Like, yeah, I could have just gone over, shitty comp teams beating up on pubs the whole video, but you guys are right about that, and you usually admit it. So there's no point. Like the top comp players agree. Like that's literally Nightlight's point. So
Okay.
and challenging randoms and annoying everyone on Twitter, and the top comp players would never do that. I'll let Nightlight, one of the best comp players in the scene,
hey, is everyone
explain it
pausing on
himself.
this tweet, bro?
Huh? Listen.
Nothing. I'm just laughing at Roxanne's
It
chat.
is because of the low tier, players from low tier teams just trying to have an ego from winning public matches, and
yeah.
they are bringing the sweatiest shit talking everyone. It's always the bad players from comp that talk the most.
Right.
You will
Plus-
never see any of us, for example, go in the pub game and like full on shit on someone.
Okay, here I feel like what he meant with full on shit on someone is like
Like trash talking,
trash talking them in like the end game chat or something, or like
maybe humping them on the ground or something, or
oh
or
no
like
no no
teabagging.
I mean you'll see humping for like just because
Oh.
it's funny on stream or something, like because it's funny stream content certain
I doubt
times.
it's funny for people it's happening to, but
Bro, like
look, okay.
okay,
look,
well, how high is the bar at that point, bro? Like we need to
Dude.
be like we can't
Look.
allow.
okay, people thought I have like personal anything with Nightlight. I don't even know Nightlight, dude. The only reason Nightlight got picked on in this video is because he's the one giving the argument. Like if Laser gave the argument, the exact same one, I would have looked for Laser clips, dude. And like that, there's nothing. He is in the. He's in one of the only videos that tries to explain from a comp perspective why they're hated, right? Like this is one of the few times that a comp player admits that they get hate to Spooky Loops and tries to explain it. So if I think he explained that wrong, or if I think he's incorrect, that's what every clip is for. This
Wait,
video
wait,
has like
wait,
almost
wait.
500,000 views.
Real quick, Momo, did you know it was a comp team when you lost your win streak, like loading into the game, or did you know the players? Yes. Okay.
Why did you not dodge, bro?
I think it's like part of the like streak thing, like.
Well, they said GG's from TEQ after. That's why it was unsure. I'm not allowed to dodge. Oh. Momo doesn't dodge. Oh, aura plus aura. All right. So anyway, the point.
But okay, but I think
Is-
the
okay,
the point is also not like there's like a scale, right? There's like humping someone on the ground or something, versus like egoing someone, like saying I'm better than you in like the end game chat, right?
Okay. So
Like-
yeah. So their Night High has never been in endgame chat doing any of that, right?
We're gonna take the fifth. I'm gonna plead the fifth on that one.
Okay. All right. So we disagree on what full on shit on someone might mean. I think that when you have like when someone can see it in game, for example, if Otz wins 50 games in a row, like he's not humping someone on the ground, like he doesn't bleed anyone out, like they don't know, they just get a GG, and no matter how mad Otz is in a stream, and that's all I think it is. Like I'll talk shit in my stream, but I have no links back to it. I'm not doing anything in game. I'm in end game chat. I don't say shit. Like that's all I'm talking about. So I don't know. We have different definitions of what full on shit on someone means, I guess.
Yeah, to me it's like because it feels like the like come 1v1 or something, or like I don't feel like a lot of top players do that in end game chats. Like you would
Okay.
need to. There would be like a
Yes.
very rare case, like an exception.
So if Nightlight said you will never see a top comp player, if he said you will never see a top
Yeah, but it's
comp
also
player
like
talk shit
it's
in
like
endgame chat.
it's like exaggerated to get the point across, right?
Sure.
Like that's what
Okay.
people do. Like he's not like saying it like holding up the Bible, like swearing on it. Like, he's just
Nightlight. Well, Nightlight didn't know when he was preaching the spooky loops that I was recording, bro.
no, but it's
He
like
didn't know
you make
didn't
a
know he was
point
gonna be
to
grilled.
like you
He didn't know he was
exaggerate
gonna
the
be grilled
point.
like a Senate hearing.
You like exaggerate the point because it's more entertaining. Like it comes across
Okay,
more when you like it's
Okay,
not
then
like
you know all my points are exaggerated because it's more entertaining, right? That's
yeah,
not
sure.
really
I mean,
fair.
I'll
That's
give
not
you
a fair assessment.
I'll give the video a break because it's meant to be entertaining. Like sure, yeah. Like
Yeah. Okay.
I mean, I think I had that interaction with you on Twitter, right? Where I was like I understand that like you're also you have to be entertaining, which so it
Yeah.
makes sense to like present it this way. But
Yeah, and people are already talking about like the content. Oh, it's for
without being
content. Like,
provoked.
I don't
Okay.
know. There's just different thoughts on what for content excuses. So
You want typing
Let's-
easy? Did I?
let's
No,
continue.
wait. What is this?
You will
Easy.
never see. You will never see.
To be fair, what happened this game, bro? Something must have happened, bro. Something happened this game. To me, it was an imposter, bro. I don't
It is
play.
the
No.
low-tier players. Nightlight was right.
No,
though. It
no,
is
no,
the
no, no, no.
low-tier
I would
players
not.
based on the
This
screenshot.
is an imposter. This is an. I would not play Dead Hard and OTR, and
Bro,
anyone who
what
knows
is
me
this
knows that.
build? Oh my gosh.
I
You
would-
need
I would,
Mac offering too.
I would play busted builds, but I would not.
You
I
will
wouldn't.
never see.
I would not play OTRDH out of principle because I hate that combo because I feel like you're
Oh,
always supposed to get DH off.
Okay. The low pro incident. Okay. Look, it's not. I'm not the content police. You do whatever you want. I think once it gets to like in-game BM or end-game chat, like that's where I draw the line. That's all.
Bro, it's like fucking people spreading screenshots like misinformation, bro, disinformation
You're
about
spreading.
me.
You're the only one spreading the screenshot, bro.
I mean,
It's on
who
your
linked
stream.
it? Kai linked it in chat, or who linked it, bro? Yeah,
Yeah,
Kyle.
V1 isn't a top
It's your
player, so
fault.
it's fine.
It's
I
your
agree,
fault,
Mesh.
Kyle. Okay, bro.
Are you saying in-game BM isn't fine? No, I'm just saying it's. I don't think it's excused by being for content. Like if you want to be a total dick, that's fine, but don't claim the content defense. Just say, "Oh, I'm a dick."
I mean, but it's also like I feel like it's in in retaliation too, right? Like usually, like it's not like someone outplayed you, right? Someone outplayed you, played well, got a 4K, and then the one of the top players is gonna like stick around, wait for endgame chat, and be like, "Come 1v1 right now. I have something to prove to you," right? Like that's
They'll just type easy.
no. I mean, maybe like the general, but like low tier comp players like will do that. Like they will like get shit on, and then
I
like
agreed on that.
ego the players like I'm better than you. Like I'll prove it to you. Like blah, blah, blah. They have like something to prove. You know, they have something to
Like
prove, and it's cringe because they're trying to prove it to like random like players like on where there's nothing to prove.
Every clip that follows this thing is in response to what Nightlight's saying, right? I'm not the
Okay.
or I'm not the content police. I'm not like no one can have fun, no one can talk shit, no one can be. I'm not
Okay,
saying
should I
that.
play it?
But don't go on Spooky Loops' video with 500,000 views and say, "Oh, we would never do this. Only the low tier people do it." I think that's just a lie.
Yeah.
That's all.
I mean,
So everything
it's
is
like
in response to what he's saying.
okay. Let's keep going.
Never.
The problem I have with this is that one, you admit that lower tier comp players have yapping issues that
Yes,
give everyone
yes,
else a bad
accurate.
reputation. So it's still a problem that you should look to fix in the community if you're trying
So
to
one
grow
thing
it
really
in
quick.
a positive way.
I mean,
Mhm.
Wispy was like, "What the fuck are we supposed to do about this?" But like, dude, your mod is the only person like I've really seen shit on these people. Like every once in a while, I see you're like, "Oh, we don't know this person. We don't know who they are." But like, dude, like, I feel like if it's not condemned, like or if it's not condoned, it really isn't condemned that often. Like, I'm not. I know you can't control people. I'm not expecting you to
Your
be a
mod.
police. But like, dude, like if more players in the comp community could like admit these things, like Nightlight's doing, like I think that's a good thing.
No,
that
no, bro.
Nightlight's doing, saying,
Everyone,
"Hey, it's
everyone,
low tier people."
everyone wants to shit on low tier comp players. Or they're like the
I know,
easiest
yeah,
punching
you
bag,
gotta.
the easiest
like,
punching bag in
tell 'em,
like video game history, bro. The low tier, they can eat shit.
It is. Yeah, you gotta condemn. That's all I'm saying. Dude.
No,
Oh, this
I'm
goat
just
Orochi,
kidding.
dude. What a great mod. They're probably the reason you have any fan base at all. Everyone comes
Yeah,
for the mod.
maybe.
The other part of this is that only like 2 to 3 teams win consistently, and Nightlight is on one of them. So to him, anyone under him, which is like
Bro,
Okay,
W
yeah,
screenshot by the way, bro.
Alright.
Good
Okay,
screenshot.
scroll down to
Good
number,
screenshot.
let's scroll. I should have said under number 8. Under number 8, because everyone's like, oh no, he respects.
No. I'm
Dr.
saying
Wilson."
like the date of the screenshot is good. Like like
Yeah, if you were on that team, that'd be really cool for you.
Okay, bro.
So, but I guess
99%.
otherwise you can't really brag about it.
okay. So what do you say? Like,
So like top 8, dude. Like I don't know who Imperium is. I'm sorry, and I don't know where 9 is.
Imperium.
Just
To be fair,
because
this is. I feel like this is what like I guess this is 3 weeks after DB League started.
Sure. Okay. Yeah, I grabbed it when I could, but like, there's a lot of low tier teams. That's the point. It's like there's like 50. This is a list of 50, dude, and like
I know. Bro. Let's take a look. Let's take a look. Hold on. Let me check.
it's gonna scroll fast.
I will. Hold on. I will tell you where the like line ends. Okay.
Okay.
You have to. You have to
maybe
watch
we should
stream
make
now
a
for
tier
that.
list of comp players who didn't ask while we're at it, huh?
Bro, okay. Okay, like the line ends right here. Okay.
Where 16?
Wait, why is there no number
Are you saying
18?
this just because you know Momo's watching you?
Why is there no number 18, bro? What is this? Bro,
This is
what the fuck? Why is there no
pinnacle
number
of
18?
DVD comp organization.
Okay, well, I'm gonna have to mention that one.
Bro,
bring
number
that one
20
up.
has won. Unoya has won 2 tournaments. I hope they can put that on their Twitch about page because.
That's two.
that's
It's 2
already
games. It's 2 games.
Oh, 2 games.
Yeah.
18 is unspoken. Okay.
Because like if you lose a bunch, like you go down to
Sure. Okay. I'll
950.
I'll take an L on this point because people would have said there are not everyone below Nightlight is low tier, which okay, fair. But like there are a lot of low tier teams. There's more low tier
Yeah,
teams. than high
bro,
tier
that's the thing. Like, also, there's like probably like hundreds of teams that played like one community cup or like
Yeah.
one, and then they just return to pubs. They just like return back into the shadows, but they keep like the comp branding. Like they keep
I
saying
won't.
like I'm on a team. I'm on team Chestnut, and we're like we were the goats of like
teams. You're not gonna
and
talk
they
shit on Chestnut. Bro.
NA Community Cup number 5. We played in that and we got all the way to the second round. And ever since that, we have one tourney win in our bio because we won that one game. And like we have a Steam group called Team Chestnut.
Okay.
Like-
Yeah. No. It's fair. I should have phrased it. I should have said like anyone below whatever top 10. Yeah. I should have phrased that.
And to be fair, like the ratio is like also very significant, which is like there's a lot of people that like don't play actively, and like yeah.
Team Chestnut
I mean, there's
champions
also-
of John's Guacamole Cup. Bro, y'all are missing out on the best.
Like also
Oh,
like
thank you.
sometimes I watch like bigger content creators that like upload like I played against the comp Swift and like literally like never
Sure.
have seen any of the names before. Like it's just like
What in the
Never heard of
words
the
of
team
a wise
before.
man, that's just content. That's just content.
okay. Just like
All right, I'll take
Percent
I'll
of
take an
comp-
L on point 1B. How about
Community
that?
is probably
Okay,
a
okay.
yapper. But 2, he implies that top players would never get ego
Yo,
from pubs like these
minor
lower
raid.
tier players do.
Yo,
Okay, let's take
what
a
the
look at
hell?
Team Eternal, which Nightlight plays for, doing a 4-man escape streak in public games.
wait, how did the game go, Wispy? Did you also get bodied by Team Severance?
Be gone, demon.
3-0. What, 3-0 X9 or no Boltar? Ah, okay. Okay,
Now
well
they played this really fair, no repeated perks and trying to get all 4 players out with some amazing games. But in came an ultra meta nurse to stomp on them, and you can hear how upset it makes him, presumably because it's someone egoing in pubs.
I'm playing against Eternal. Oh my god. King morons, bro. Guys, I'll get ego from pubs because I can make it.
Why is Kale tilting?
I 4K Eternal lost my downers. Look at me.
I don't know, bro. To me, like if I'm watching that, it's just funny to me. Like
Alright,
I don't
fair
even.
enough.
No, I think so as well. Dude, okay, so this whole section, what? 70% because Nightlight is the one who spoke up in Spooky Loops, right? So 70% is responding just to exactly what he's saying. 20%, maybe 15% because he's the top comp player, right? Or he's the top content creator, right? He gets the most views on Twitch as
Yeah,
comp.
yeah.
And then 15% just because Nightlight is so clippable It's just
Bro,
funny,
like,
that's just
damn,
straight up,
okay.
that's
Okay.
just straight up content. Like when Nightlight gets mad, it's funnier than when anyone else gets mad. Like let's be real.
I think Wispy wins that one, bro. Like, sorry.
Okay, but yeah, I didn't want to watch.
I think Wispy has that one in the
VODs, so
bag.
I didn't want to watch Wispy VODs.
Okay, bro.
Let's move on.
Yeah. Okay, but like even
Let's
this,
finish.
like,
Let's finish the section.
but
and
but
then
the,
you can, then you can.
yeah, okay.
I mean,
yeah.
a meta nurse stomps like 99.99%.
But this was not like a meta nurse, right?
Like
Like
Momo
that's
said,
the thing. It was also like I feel like that was a you
That's
mentioned
a
that
pretty meta
later.
nurse, bro.
Yeah, but I mean like the way you present it is like they just played
Okay,
against
sure.
this random
I
pub
should have
nurse.
said. I should have said that they were sniping right away rather than later. Okay, that's fair.
Yeah, they were getting sniped
the
by
nurse to
like
it.
by someone who plays comp, right? Like
I was assuming. Yeah, if people turn off the video right now, they fucked up or they got a bad.
they
feedback
they were
source
gonna
on it.
think it's like some random ass nurse that
But
just
who would
happened.
turn off the greatest content right now? So
Okay.
DBD
Fair
League
enough.
rule set match,
Can't
where the
argue
nurse
with that.
still gets a respectable 2K with 9 hook stages against the best team in COMPDBD history. After which
okay, some people are like, this is not impressive. I think it's like a little impressive. Like
It's
2K9, not good. I would get a 4K
What is
800
the
off Eternal.
this is like the map was like groaning, right? Wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
mean groaning 9 stage is impressive, yeah. Or what was 2K8?
It's impressive against Eternal, sure. 2K9 against
Yeah, it's a
you
good
know,
result.
Chestnut is not that great.
Was supposed to be 5 stages if no missed DS.
Yeah.
Someone missed DS.
So luck. Are we gonna talk about luck? Missed yes. Did
That's
they
funny.
get lucky?
That's funny. Like I missed DS.
Oh,
I mean,
if only,
it's
if
only
only the result
it's-
was different, the result would have
No,
been
no,
different.
he only missed it because he didn't care about the game. If he cared, then he
Yeah,
would've
true,
hit it.
true. Well, he just didn't
Which
want to
Nightlight
abuse a
delete-
broken perk like DS.
Yeah.
did the
fair enough.
VOD, which is always a funny move when you accuse others of having an ego. I've watched a good amount of comp players play public games now, and the general feeling I get is that a lot of them are terrified to lose to a random pub player, which if they really believe DBD was just a big RNG fest, they wouldn't even care about. Even in solo queue, where everyone knows you can lose to things completely out of your control, he gets mad at pub players egoing, nodding at the killer right here, but when the killer nods back,
Bro, this guy just aimed into the fucking ground. Well, like, you have the guy DC on 5 gens. Why do you have an ego? Why do you have an ego?
To be fair, it
Bro,
feels
this clip is undefendable in my opinion, bro. This is straight up can give it but can't take it, dude. Like can dish it, can't take it. I don't see how anyone defends
bro.
this. And
No,
there's
I
like-
can defend it. I can
Okay,
defend
okay.
it.
V1
First,
defense
first,
incoming.
first of all, like
You
he
can lose
just
to
the
things-
nodding, like the thing of
completely out
him
your
nodding
control, he gets mad at pub players
is like, look
egoing,
at this,
nodding at
one
the killer
one
right
nod,
here.
bro, one nod, and he goes on, bro.
When
The,
the
the
killer
killer,
nods
That's it. I don't think the Deathslinger would have nodded if he didn't do that.
yeah, but it's like escalating violence, bro. It's an escalating force, an
But he
escalation of
started
force.
That shit, bro. He started that shit.
Well, so like if
And then, okay,
if I
people-
bump into you in the
people are
street,
like,
like you
oh.
can shoot me, bro. Is that the NA mindset? Is that the NA mindset now in action?
People are like, oh, he's not serious. Oh, it's for content. It's like, okay, so your content is being insecure. Like that's just a choice, and I disagree with it. That's all. Like, bro, if you start it, like you should be able to take it. That's it. It's literally like he nodded back. Don't start crying.
I mean, but bro, but also like that's okay. So that's the first part. Is like he like, I feel like the Death Slinger like escalated it a bit. Like he didn't nod once, but he like nodded like all the time. And the
Sure,
second
but
thing
it
is
was
he's
kinda-
an entertainer, bro. He's like streaming. There's like
Okay.
hundreds of people
that's
watching.
fine.
Like what are you gonna say? You're just gonna like get chained and just like look like
Dude, I feel like you could just laugh about it instead of like, dude, there's no laughter. He's just mad. He's
Yeah,
just mad as hell.
yeah, but
You can say that about anything.
I don't
like,
think he's mad. I don't think he's
Nightlight-
mad. I
Nightlight
think he's
can
just
never be Nightlight can never be wrong, right? If he has the it's just entertainment defense, like that's just you cannot like ever beat that. You just be like, oh, no matter what I was doing, it was just a joke. If I like cried for 40 minutes, that's just a joke. And people are talking about like skirms. People do the same thing. Yeah, I mean, fuck them too. But this video is about comp, dude. Like we can talk about skirms losing to perkless trapper and crying, and I'll make fun of it just as much. But this video is about comp, so I don't know. why
Bro,
we're
look
talking
at
about-
look at all the like NA people offended in my
Random
chat,
code.
bro. Like look at that. They're
Like,
they're
dude-
upset about they're upset about the gun comment, bro. I'm attacking your Second Amendment.
I
That's
have
why-
I have plenty, dude. I have plenty of videos that shit on like DBD content creators, DBD survivor mains, killer mains. Like you can go back and watch those. They've already been made. So it's just whataboutism if you're like, oh, but Skirms does this too. Like this video.
No,
on
I
comp,
mean,
dude. Like it's not. On
No, I'm
Skirms.
not saying Skirms would do this. I'm saying I would do.
No, your chat.
I would
is-
do this
I'm reading
too.
Chat.
I would do this too. Like if I'm just like streaming and trying to fill the silence, like it's like you're just saying what comes to mind. You're trying to be entertaining. Like you're
Okay.
like it's not my job to like be polite to like randoms in pubs. Like I'm trying to be funny. I'm trying to entertain the chat.
Sure.
Like and everyone,
Sure.
I'm sure everyone is like not just Skirms, not just like some like like I feel like almost everyone is like that with a few
Okay,
exceptions.
And then my content that I'm just doing content for fun is clipping that and putting it in a video. So we all agree it's all for content and it doesn't actually affect anyone, right?
Yeah, I mean it's because it's also like when you win streak or something, right? Like if you're doing it on stream for content and you're playing super sweaty, like because you're trying to get a win streak, I feel like that's way more defensible than just like doing it like off stream, like on your own time for fun. Like I feel like
I guess in a way, I think the result is the same to the people who got win streaked over, but like,
Read
dude,
this.
this is just if he's playing a character, then the character sucks. That's it. Like he should be able to just laugh it off that like, oh, I nodded, he nodded back, and instead like he's obviously mad, dude. Like if he's gonna claim like, oh, I'm not mad, I just do everything for content, like then you can never win an argument against that, right? It's funny, dude.
Yeah,
like
but
it's
it's not
funny.
like
It's funny when Nightlight gets mad. It's funny. Like we're both agreeing on that. But like, I just hate that you can never win against that, right? Oh, I'm always mad for like I'm just mad for content. It's a prank, bro. Like
yeah, but it's the severity. It's not like he's like insulting his parents, like his mother dying of cancer. Like
okay.
he's just like telling him you ain't shit, bro.
Well,
Like the guy DC
two-
the 5 gens. Like
Let's scroll like full screen the video and let's scroll the comments and you can see that like most of the top comments are about how funny this Nightlight section is. So people see it as like being funny, dude. Like people see it as it's he can give it but he can't take it, dude. And that's how I see it too.
showing someone to win
like-
them. Nightlight Eagle Pro was
Dude,
funny
the
as hell.
Nightlight, like the 211, the Nightlight ego part is funny as
Nightlight
hell. Scroll on.
section,
The Nightlight
comedy
section is
gold.
comedy gold. Like, dude, obviously it's funny to other people. Like, Lou's chat, bro. It's not like he's killing the other
Nightlight
guy's
getting
dog.
cooked
Yeah,
in
good
this one,
point.
I'm
Good point.
done. Okay, so Nightlight doesn't seem to be the most popular in your YouTube chat.
Dude, because it's funny. It's funny to watch someone like be able to dish it and not take it. That's literally it. It's funny.
Okay, sure. let's
And if
move
he's
on.
playing a character, good for him because I clipped it and now it's here.
Personally, don't see an issue with it unless he took it out. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I feel like it's hard. Like if you're a content creator, like there you just need to fill the like silence. You need to entertain people.
All right. I mean, there's
But-
plenty of people who don't do it like that, but
I don't know. I don't know. I just
like,
also feel like this is if it is a video about comp, right? Like, and this is like
Have the guy DC on 5 gens.
not specific to
Why do you have an
comp.
ego?
and he's
Why-
asking
why
why
do
he
you
has
have
an
an
ego, bro. Like that's such a specific question, dude.
Why do you have an ego? Yeah, okay, that
He's
one's
literally
pretty
the
specific.
worst fucking slinger player of all time. I'm playing with 3 fucking monkeys.
I mean, that is just, but that's again, that's like exaggeration because it's funny, because exaggerations
Okay.
are funny.
All right. It's content. I agree.
I mean, but yeah,
Yeah,
it's not
I
like
don't know
he's
if-
being an assoul to him personally.
If I
You know?
buy the
Like,
idea that it's
Like-
only the
like I
lower
said,
tier
everything-
comp players and pub
everything
players
links
who
back
have
to
an
what he
ego.
said in
Back when the
Spooky Loop's video,
infamous
right?
3-gen Skull
Okay.
Merchant match happened, you could tell Nightlight was taking it much more seriously than the troll merchant player CM9I was, even after they won. I mean, the dude.
bro,
That's
you,
true.
did you
That's
did you
straight up
watch
true.
that, by the way? Did you watch the CM9 like live when it happened
Yeah.
Were you there? on
Bro,
like
that's
fucking
so true.
Trovo or whatever? Or what was
Like
it? What was the
Nightlight
stream
was
on?
heated on Twitter after, dude, and like
Bro,
I
I
thought that was a
swear,
silly
bro,
look, dude.
CM9 was about to fucking win, bro. I swear to
he
God.
was, and I was
He
praying
was
for him
about
to win.
he
too.
was about to win, bro, and then he just started kicking gens over and over and like not committing to any chases.
I was praying for CM to win because it would have been the funniest shit ever. But
Bro.
like, dude, like read Nightlight's tweets. Like, dude, if that's all for content, like that's commitment to the bit, dude. That's commitment to the mauled. Like, seriously,
Wait, hold on, let me.
I think he's more mad than just content, dude. And then this part's just a joke, dude. I was just like, okay, I get that it's a joke.
Laser wants me to read
should've-
this.
I shouldn't have thrown it in during a part I was talking serious about. Obviously, I don't expect Nightlight to shave his head. I
Get
just
it?
wanted to call him a front runner.
This was so important to Laser that he DM'd me about it. So he says, I think the notion comes from this. You know that the other side implies you think you're better. If you can prove that you were better either in general or in a particular game, then it's fair. But if you do it while you can't prove yourself, you're better in either case, and when it's cringe.
That's like literally exactly my whole point. Is that like you play pubs, but then as soon as the tables turn against you, oh, it's a broken game. Like, come prove it in a real match. And most people think that's stupid, because pubs is the end game for 99% of the player base.
Okay, I don't know if you're like exactly talking about the same thing or past each other or what, but
Okay.
it's okay.
Yeah, whatever. Just play. And yeah, I
backed
do
out of
wish
his
I
bet
do
to
wish
go
Nightlight was
bald
in the
if
chat as
X9
well.
won the latest
Whoever
big
said that.
tournament. That's
Kyle.
pure front runner ego right there.
That would be
And
very
you know
funny.
what's the funniest thing about both Momo
Hey, wait,
and
why aren't you
Eternal's
bald?
pub game losses? They were both
You want to know why?
Pause, we need a discussion. Why are you not bald? You were serious.
Yeah,
Nightlight
yeah,
wasn't
yeah,
serious.
yeah.
You were serious.
Yeah, I was serious
bald P1?
right until I got told by my parents that if I go bald, that I can move out of the house.
How old are you?
Bro, don't ask that.
How
I'm
old
just
do you think your parents
finishing.
control your haircut?
No, because it's like I was also like I was applying for internships
Wait,
and
but how old
stuff.
are you?
I was applying for internships and stuff, and like my parents were like, "Bro, you can't show up to an internship, like you can't show up to an interview like being bald."
Your parents said, "Yeah, we control your haircut." So you must be like 17 or so, right?
Okay, let's move on.
from other comp players stream sniping them. So it literally is just comp players egoing each other in pubs over nothing. Yeah, I can see why casual players don't think too highly of the competitive scene. Okay, but enough pseudo-psychoanalysis on the comp player ego. Let's talk about
Why is
Okay,
bald
you
being
wanna-
wrong
you
at
wanna
an
pause?
interview, bro? Okay, like what I was told is that people will think either I'm a cancer patient or a like far right extremist.
Well, then you should have thought about that before you made the bet.
No, but I didn't. No, those were the arguments I was given. I disagree. I don't think it's that deep. I don't mind. Like it's like
All right.
I wouldn't have minded. I
Sounds-
would have genuinely
Sounds
done
like
it.
the next stream should be a face cam stream then.
On this, I'll do,
Tell
bro.
me you have alopecia, dude. Shave your eyebrows too to sell it.
Okay.
Another reason a lot of people don't like COMPDBD. They worry that comp players' very optimal gameplay tactics, that is, tunneling, camping, and taking every advantage, are spreading to public matches as comp gets more popular. Say someone watches a tournament and notices how
Stream
every
win.
killer immediately goes for the tunnel out as fast as possible. Is it not a reasonable expectation that they might take this energy to public games that they want to win in? If comp keeps growing like it is,
I mean, is that really an issue?
I mean, at the end of this section, I agree with you. So
Okay.
more and more players will play like this in public lobbies. And like I said earlier, it's pretty clear that the public player base is just not prepared for this type of gameplay. You can try it out for yourself to see what I mean. But here I actually kind of take the side of the competitive players. It's not their fault for optimizing the game that they were given. Tunneling has been the best strategy for 8 years and counting. If people do it in public games, that's a developer problem for incentivizing it, not the competitive players. I tend to agree that a lot of players have an idea of what DBD should be that doesn't match up.
Bro,
at
I feel
all.
like for comp players, it's like the other side. Like if the other side doesn't play efficiently, it's boring for us. I feel like in pubs.
sure, yeah, I get that.
All with what it is.
Like
And here, comp players have done a
I'm
much
not
better
interested in
job
playing
of
against someone who's
accepting
bad.
what it is, at least its core design.
Oops.
Does that go as far as having filters for every map in the game to give yourself every possible advantage? No, I still think they're huge nerds for that. Now this links up to the final bit
Wait,
of why
wait,
my
wait,
arguments
wait,
people don't like comp.
The
At least
filters
its
is
core
filters
design.
is a heated
Does that
point,
go
bro.
as far?
Look, I
To
don't
be fair,
care.
bro, like Neither has so many filters, bro.
I
It's
don't-
so
yeah,
funny.
that's why. Okay, that's why I had to put Nightlight again, because there's just so much, bro.
Sorry, he has
but-
like every filter in like one folder, like all
Look,
of them.
I do
that
not
is pretty
care
funny.
if anyone has filters. Game can look whatever you want, but like if you can't admit that it's slightly nerdy to swap per map in Dead by Daylight, like, dude, I just
I mean,
don't
bro,
know,
you
dude. You
load
have to
in,
be
you
able to
have
admit that, dude.
every time you load in, there's like a couple seconds where you have time, so not like you're losing anything. And
Oh
bro,
my
there's
gosh, bro, it's not
maps,
about efficiency,
maps,
dude.
bro, maps suck.
It's about
Like the
doing it
color,
in the first place.
but like a lot of the color sucks in DVD. Can you
Okay,
acknowledge that? Like Macmillan, like Macmillan is okay, but like Autohaven is so green and dark.
If I go, I have some extremely casual DBD friends, right? They only play when I reach out to them, and it's just fun. Dude, if I told them, hey, did you know there's players who actually swap color filters per map to make sure they can see, red stains or scratch marks
But
better?
it's
Dude,
not. It's
like,
also
that's
just the
funny,
map
dude,
looks.
like-
But yeah, if you frame it like that, but if you just say they
Okay.
switch filters to make the maps look better, like then
they
it's
would
like
still be like, "Why? Who cares, bro?" Like, dude, I feel like if you
Yeah,
can't
if you-
recognize
maybe
that
you
it's kinda
don't- maybe-
funny, like,
maybe-
you have to recognize it's a little funny, dude.
maybe you don't care, but if they did try it and like see, oh, this I have more visibility, the map looks better, like all that, then they would be like,
It's
yeah,
not
I
fair.
get it.
Dude, see, you can't even talk about this without people start talking about advantage. Like, I don't care if it's an advantage or not, dude. I just think it's funny to swap per map in Dead by Daylight. because most people just feel that it's not
mean-
that serious. It's like,
I mean, for
dude,
me,
if someone's like, "Hey, I have filters per Fall Guys map," like, do you laugh at them, or are you like, "Wow, that must be really important"?
bro, that sounds like dedication. Like for me, bro,
You're so dumb, bro. Okay, I can't win. I mean, I can't win.
bro, when I play any game,
If you're justifying Fall Guys filters, then there's
any
no
game,
reason, dude.
any game that I play, I'll try and see if they have the option to
You're
install
like,
reshade.
Let me get my Among Us
Like
filter on.
anything from like Dark Souls to like fucking
Okay. All right.
Civilization.
My point. I don't care. I don't care about advantage. I don't care about anything. I just think it's funny, dude. That's all. This is a nothing throwaway joke. But
Okay.
people get heated, bro.
No, but it's because reshade is like a contentious issue because reshade is so cool and so good, and yet we get attacked like because we use reshade.
As far as
like-
having
no, I
filters
think
for
that's
every
silly.
map in the game to give yourself
That
every
you get attacked.
possible advantage.
Also, I
No.
think bro, Nightlight his filter he has made his filters a lot more mild.
I
recently.
still think they're huge
And
nerds.
Dude,
so-
I don't care. Like I said, I
Yeah,
don't
okay,
care.
whatever.
Now this
Like,
links
it's a
up to
throwaway
the
joke.
final bit of why Nightlight thinks people don't like comps. So let's recap a bit. He says that low tier comp players both have an ego and run around stomping pubs. We both agree on that. This implies that high tier comp players don't have an ego in pubs, on which I disagree. But finally, he says that top comp players themselves are
I
being
mean, it's not
accused
about
of stomping.
ego. It's like about like shitting on others, like egoing them without
Sure.
proper cause.
in
Like
pub games
I
like
mean,
this.
that he says it's
Which
all
will
levels,
always be
right? Like, you
vehemently
didn't
denied by
kill their
them.
dog,
You will never
so
see
that's fair.
any of us, for example, go in the pub game and like full on shit on someone. Never.
But top comp players
Uh,
do
Laser-
stream
wait,
pubs
pause
every
really
once in a while.
Laser, I cut your part out because you're just like, where you basically said like anything that anyone bad says, like if it's a comp player, they'll be like, oh, that's the comp scene. But like that just agrees with me, right? I'm saying like, oh, you have to watch, like comp players have to be extra careful because people are looking for an opportunity to shit on you. So I cut your point just because I agree with it and kind of went over it earlier in the video already. Is that like, yeah, the loudest people will always give the worst impressions, of course. Like, I feel like that's what I covered in the whole beginning of the video and in the end when I said like, of course the loudest people will get the most. I just wanted to clarify that because I thought you might ask. Okay. Good.
Mm.
So let's take a look.
Phil
Here's
is a
Nightlight
mortar and pestle, bro.
obliterating 34 public lobbies with one of the best builds there is. And no, it's not enough to just win. He has to make sure they have no
Get that
pub
fang.
ego. Here's V1 crushing 44 lobbies in a row with
Yo.
a quad slowdown Wraith build. One of the top teams.
Yeah, I mean, you could have mentioned I was trying to 4K3, you know, like that's like.
Look, the point was that it's the results. Like, all right. It's just everything is to try and
But it does
everything
matter
is
if
to
it's
try and argue
confident or not.
Nightlight's point. Everything is
Okay.
arguing Nightlight's point, right? I'm not saying it's illegal to do this. You could do whatever you want in pubs. Even at the end of this section, I say you can do whatever you want, but don't claim that you don't do it. That's all.
Yeah, but that's also like like when that's what I'm talking about, like full on shitting on people. Like to me, like having a really good build, a really strong build, and playing for 4K3 and just playing as mean as you can.
Okay.
That is not like shitting on people. Like to me, like that what Nightlight is talking about when he says shitting on people is like the like unwarranted like
so
egoing, you know? Like
We interpreted Nightlight's statements differently then.
yeah. I mean, but
Oh.
but I'm fairly confident that's what he means. He means like
Okay.
unwarranted
Let's
egoing.
then. All right. Let's go to Xeno then. Play it through
Elysium
the
has a
Xeno.
bunch of pubs with some of the most broken builds available. Although I admit this didn't go like they planned. Here's
Bro,
Xeno,
we should try this again. I mean, I
considered
don't
by
know if
many
we
to be
will.
one of the best all-around players in competitive DBD right now, destroying a
funny.
lobby with one of the best killers in the game and bleeding everyone out while throwing snowballs at them on day one of the winter event.
No, I feel like this is just one
What
of
do you
those
think
days,
about that?
bro.
What do you think about that? Is that as long as he didn't talk trash in endgame chat, right? That's fine. That's cool.
I don't know, bro. Am I the only one that just finds this
Bro,
extremely
Bronzy
funny?
is actually arguing. I love that Bronzy is actually arguing. Like, get him, dude. And
Everyone
that's-
admits
that's
it was
to prevent
cringe.
hooks.
I don't know, bro. I thought.
Oh, wait, no,
I
talking
thought
about the
it's-
earlier one, Bronzy. My bad.
I think this is funny. Like, I can't. Like, I know. Does this make me
Okay,
a bad
that's,
person?
dude. Like I said at the end, dude. I said it's all within your right to do it, but claiming that you don't do it—that's the whole point of the argument, right?
Yeah,
play
but I don't know. I feel like this is also different. Like the winter
chat
fucking
for
the
the-
snowball thing.
The
Like,
comp community.
Oh,
charging on
let's find
across
Hens in the
multiple-
chat here. Go back. Hens was condoning this behavior, dude.
where is he? Where
Look
is
at
he?
Hens on the left. He says XDD. Hens loves bleedouts in pubs.
Bro, and here I am. Like, you're playing the wrong build for this. Actually, if you played this build, you could you could slug better.
in the chat too, bro.
Oh no, bro, this is perfect.
Hens is like, pubs. So don't let him take. Don't let him
No, but
change his reaction. You know, we all know Hen's toxic.
okay. I think I think Hans did say something like it's cringe though, or something.
Yeah. Okay.
Xeno's
Mom,
bro.
I made
Xeno
it.
has
Where's
wrong
Dito's
build
chat,
though.
bro?
No, this is funny to me.
Okay. Anyway, play it. Let's get to the end of this point so that I can say it's all live.
Bro, look at my comment in the bottom right. So you think you're immune now that Twitch updated sexual TOS? Okay.
Chat filled with the comp community cheers him on.
Bro's
across
highlighting his own
multiple
jokes.
games. These players are all indisputably top comp players. Is it their right to do this? Sure, I guess. It's all within the confines of the game.
I mean, I feel like doing that,
Sure,
like,
I said it's your right to do it.
but
dude.
it's not.
Go ahead.
It's not about the right. Like, I feel like doing that for like one fucking day when the event comes out. Like, I feel like that's funny. Like, I don't.
Okay.
Maybe it's some fucked up sense of humor, but I don't feel like that's like egoing people. Like, like trying to elevate yourself over other
Okay.
people. It's just like having a troll day or something. Like you're trolling.
I mean, but like I said, you can literally defend anything with that. Like you can never win against that argument.
I mean, but it's about
Like if he does that 30 days in a row, is that a trolling month?
no, because then
Like-
at a certain point it's no longer funny. Like it's funny for a bit, because that's like how
Okay.
jokes work.
All right.
Like trolling month, trolling year, bro.
troll year. I was just trolling my whole life. I'm an asshole.
If you're honest, hella cringe. I don't know, bro. It's just maybe I have a messed up sense of humor, but to me it's funny. It's funny for
It's-
at least the
it's-
first couple of times. It is funny too.
Let me go back to the mortar and pestle, dude. It's once again something that's like just not gonna look good, right? That okay. Here's another thing. That Xeno
Mortar
stream.
and pestle.
That is the first time I tuned into Xeno's stream, dude, and
No
that's what I
way.
saw. And that actually like cemented this video being made because I had
Bro.
like bullet points, but that stream I tuned into
Nah,
and I was like, oh, I've heard of Xeno. Xeno plays for Elysium, right? I just watched him in that Oni game against Eternal, the crazy Oni game in like the last season.
Oh, bro.
I was like, oh, dude, Xeno streams. Like, I want to see how he plays the game. And I just tune in. He's bleeding people out, throwing snowballs at him, bro. So that is what people see when they join a comp stream for the first time.
And not
Like,
not
that is
just throwing
literally me.
snowballs, like doing the like the
That's
like the spit
literally
the
me,
like
dude.
the spit sound. Like,
My first reaction to a comp player was seeing them be a total dick. Like,
okay, but that's just
So
a coincidence,
that's
bro.
the
That's
point,
like
bro.
that is not the
well,
norm.
well,
okay.
I mean, how many people is it a coincidence for, dude? Like every time we tune in.
No. That is not the norm, bro.
Okay,
Like
alright.
if you ever tuned into a V1 stream, you know it's only wholesome content.
I know
only,
that. of
Only being
course,
friendly to people.
Of course. Yeah, where it's you begging your teammate to come back on the team. Very wholesome.
Bro.
And breathing into the mic.
Okay. Let's keep
Alright.
Should
moving
they
on.
keep claiming they never do this?
Bitch! Bitch! Yeah, bitch! Yeah, bitch! Yeah, bitch! Cry!
Probably not. Again, comp players get very defensive at the prospect of losing in pubs and will often accuse anyone who beats them or even wins a chase against them of egoing in an unbalanced game or crutching on broken mechanics. And I'll throw them a bone. They're technically correct that they would win in a pure skill game. But to everyone looking in from the outside, this just reeks of insecurity. The public
Okay,
relations
pause.
from the players on social
Yeah.
The important thing is like, did this video accomplish anything, right? And I have evidence that Nightlight has been completely reformed or by his
Yo.
stream. You know, he
Yo.
has completely changed his ways, and I'll DM you the
Damn.
evidence.
Okay. Yeah.
Right
Yeah.
now.
Yeah. Yeah. Show.
So the results speak for themselves, I think.
Can I watch this?
Yeah, no, put it on stream.
Okay.
Tier 3 pick up. You're gonna pick her up on tier 3. You're gonna pick her up on tier 3.
Oh no. This raps.
Guys,
This raps, guys. It's
I'm
over.
gonna make sure that they don't have their pub ego. You know? I'm gonna make. Oh, and I'm not gonna make sure that that survivors don't have their pub ego. You know what it is? You know what it is? He's gonna make sure on the streak that they don't have pub ego. That's not enough that he's playing with the best build ever. Doesn't matter, man. He's gonna make sure they don't have pub ego.
Nah, bro. That's just funny, bro. I don't know.
Good. So I think the mission accomplished. You know, I think he's completely reformed. I think that we all cried, we all laughed together, but you know, at the end he changed his ways. So I think we're good.
Bro, nah, bro. You can't tell me this isn't funny, bro. Like, come on. Like, be honest.
All right. Let's
Is this
get back
funny?
to the
Is this
video.
was this clip funny or was it? What did you think about this clip? Tell me.
Bro, of course it's funny. Let's go.
Okay.
This whole stream is just for dumb content that doesn't matter.
Social media aren't much better. Ultimately, they are allowed to say whatever they want on personal accounts, but as someone who works in marketing, it does hurt a bit to see them consistently
Okay, we
make
skipping that part,
polarizing,
bro. Skip
rude,
that.
Let's
or
skip-
tweets
let's skip that
people
part.
will obviously
Both
associate
sides.
with comp, whether that's fair or
Huh?
not.
What?
Watch
What did you
any-
say?
Both sides, guys.
Bro, I mean, like, no, you know what? I'm not even gonna go there.
Dude, someone in the
I was about
reaction,
to
like,
go
Wispy was-
off again, but no.
one of the reactions, like Momo or Wispy, one of their chatters was like, "I think this is the worst all-time comp tweet."
Bro, the funniest thing, bro, I saw True Talent's reaction to the Killer Whale video, and I skipped forward
No,
to
he was a little heated at some points.
I skipped forward to that part, and he was like, "Bro, imagine if I tweeted that. Like, my career would be over." Like, fucking True said that, bro. Like, okay. Anyway,
over and over about no skill, tunneling, camping, etc.
No.
All of which boil down to.
I mean,
this
bro,
is
like
what
I
the
said,
act-
bro,
Okay,
20,
this
20,
part's
20,
like okay. Yeah. This part's like nerd emoji. It's just a moderation style, dude. I think it's like dumb. I think it's unprofessional looking to like always be clapping back and like just ban them, dude. Like that's just my opinion. I understand there's different mod styles. If you're running like a league and people are being annoying, like dude, just ban them. Like the whole copy paste every single time someone comes in, like what is this tunneling? It's just like,
yeah. I mean, okay.
it's just not funny.
Yeah, I mean, I agree. I feel like it's cringe, honestly. Like, it's the same thing where like I think people like said like it's based on like the long history of people disrespecting comp or whatever. Which okay.
Yeah,
But, like-
and I get you want to defend it.
No,
like,
no.
get
I
that.
don't. I just heard other people
No,
make that
I mean
argument.
like defend
yeah,
defend people who come in and
Time
don't know
out,
what they're talking
maybe.
about.
Time out.
And
time
Loney
out.
says they don't even allow spam anymore. So like,
Yeah.
I just agree with that. It's just a moderation thing.
Yeah, because this is also like what I said earlier. Like at a certain point, things stop being funny.
Average
and
person would say,
this
watch
is like not funny
this.
anymore.
Isn't that so funny? Turn on any comp player's stream for 5 minutes. I guarantee you will see jokes in the chat about true talent. Or
It can be funny if it's strategically placed in certain moments, but
Baby
not when
who
it's
they
spammed.
consider
It is.
high
It's just-
ego
I just
pub
think it's
players,
overplayed.
for lack of a better term.
Yeah, fair
Mentioning these guys is the comp player's version of Nerf Pig, to be spammed at any moment for maximum hilarious
The oppressed
impact.
minority.
You could look at this two ways. One is that it's good to gatekeep and keep your community only full of people who take the time to actually understand it. Or two, that it's maybe better to be friendly and helpful to newcomers who justifiably don't see why someone would want to watch what looks like just camping, tunneling, and pre-dropping pallets. Honestly, I understand both, because you don't owe rude first-time chatters anything, but I do wish that at the very least tournament staff wouldn't actively encourage it and just ban them instead. If anything, recent videos and tournaments from big creators should prove that there is a ton of potential interest if comp is explained well enough to cynical first-time viewers. And let's be real, even comp enjoyers can admit that a lot of different parts
I mean, this is just a rule set issue, right?
Yeah, I think there's lots of room for improvement on viewing experience. I think the thing is, like we said at the beginning of the stream, is that like the players are not necessarily interested in the viewing, like improving the viewer experience.
Okay.
Like, the players are there to play, and I think that sometimes like there could definitely be more common sense things for like some really boring things, but that's a whole nother discussion. Dude, that could like go off, that could derail for an hour. So
Bro, what does they just honestly Socks? You are so smart. You made me see this in a different way. We are the oppressed minority fighting for our rights and respect. We need to go with the general woke movement.
If 8 other
Hashtag
comp players
matters.
copy and paste that chat, we can be just like old DBD League live streams. Just copy lasers, because that's peak comedy, is when you copy paste.
Yeah,
over and
bro, no. When I
There
was
you go. There, Lightskin has that.
that's how I got my start, bro. In 2018, watching Zubat Lel and like coming up with copy pastas in his chat, bro. That was
There you go. Peak comedy is already happening
comedy.
in the chat. Another thing that happened is like people, for example, like when I showed Wispy camping is like face camping is Chucky. Like some of the reactors were like, "Oh, but I have a win con." Like, and I feel like that's just not recognizing that it doesn't matter what your win con. It doesn't matter why the content is boring. It just matters that it's boring. So someone tunes into that, like they don't care about a win con. They're just like, face camping. Oh, I'm leaving. Like, so I feel like that point was missed a little bit. Like, it doesn't matter if there's a point
Yeah, but
to have boring things.
I think the point of that from Wispy was though like that you made it seem in the video that that happens all the time when really it doesn't.
It happens a decent amount, dude.
Like face
I
camping,
know-
it doesn't happen a lot.
I know comp players are like, oh, there's not really that much camping, but like there's still a good amount of camping, dude. Like
There's,
it's how the game works. Like you don't have to deny it's how the game works. Like you need pressure sometimes. Like you need proxying.
I mean, there's
Proxying
also
is just
the
as boring
big
for people as
difference.
face camping. Like people are differentiating.
I mean,
with
what is
that.
what is
Proxy camping is
proxying?
as boring to watch as face camping. I think.
And proxying is like interrupting an objective, trying to go for a health state. Like you need to be doing
it can
something.
It can. Be.
You can't like just proxying, just going like back and forth 20 meters from the hook. No one does that, right? If you're
Okay.
like proxying is just like interrupting a gen, trying to get a health state, like making the forcing the survivors to rotate. Like you need like that is like that is what
Yeah.
happens. Like you don't just like go back and forth like proxy that way, or rarely.
Okay. There
Right.
are okay. There are some slow moments that when I've shown comp to more casual players, they feel differently. But it
mean,
doesn't matter. That's a whole nother discussion. We should.
Yeah, I just
yeah,
I just feel like
what
that.
time is it for you, bro? It's like almost 12.
I mean, it's 12:40. It's fine. I don't have uni.
You probably have a bedtime, right? Because
Bro, shut the fuck
can't go-
up,
you
bro.
can't go
Okay,
ball
I'm
there.
pressing on
It's
play
like-
now.
so they probably control your bedtime.
Yeah.
The hate
Okay.
from pub players makes comp players defensive, which makes them hate on pub players, which makes pub players hate them, and the cycle continues. Of course, there are plenty of down-to-earth comp players who don't do all the stuff I just described.
Down-to-earth,
and you don't
like-
see their annoying
Okay.
posts.
Okay.
Down the
Pause,
earth
pause,
come
pause, pause.
players like Haunt and
Can we
The
talk
rest.
about how funny it is that at the end? Okay, I'll be real. I watched maybe 30 minutes of each of these people's streams because I try to pick people who make content, right? Who stream. Like I'm not
Mhm.
gonna pick some random
yeah.
person. I try to pick people who make content. I watched
Should've
like 30
picked me,
minutes. I
bro.
didn't see anything. I saw like a chill attitude, and I was like, okay, good enough because I'm finishing the video. I'm trying to finish on a positive note. And so when I see reactions, like, can we talk about how ironic it is that comp players are like, actually, those guys are dicks too, and you should have said that. Like, I'm trying to give a
No,
positive.
bro. You should
viewpoint,
have just like
and
used
everyone's
different
like,
people. Like
wait a minute, laser is
Shoulda-
bad
you
too.
should have just used like me, bro. Like you
They
know,
aren't making
like that's.
Yeah, I
that-
should
that-
have just
like
reposted.
be one
your
the
tweet.
wholesome guy. Like
You
that-
don't
that was-
stream, dude. You stream like
Zaka
less than me.
I mean, bro, I'm like I had this stuff to do. Okay.
and Dan from Team
Okay.
Eternal, the same team with Nightlight earlier, are very chill, even in
Like,
pubs.
I'm like,
Laser,
bro, is this about the video or is this like you just cooking me the whole time? Like,
Ivan,
what is
Pedro, and
what is this?
Xyz are some more great
You
players
would-
that
you-
don't
you
cause
invited
trouble
me.
as far as I'm aware.
Okay,
Multiple
and
comp
my
players
bad. I
don't play-
pronounced Xyz wrong. Holy shit, there was a lot of comments on that. My bad, bro. I
Yeah.
just couldn't find a clip of someone saying his name in time. My bad.
Like, yeah.
He should have put a
Jeez.
C in it if you wanted people to pronounce it right.
I mean, it's just like yeah.
Pubs
I
at
mean,
all,
whatever,
just
doesn't
1v1
matter.
ladder and scrims. Although apparently the 1v1 ladder has its own whole drama, beef, and egoing
To
going
be fair,
on.
even is like
Even I watched like an hour of even streams and I thought he was funny the whole
No,
time.
no, no,
was
he
chill.
is-
So
he
my
is-
bad if I
no,
missed.
no. He is like he is pretty wholesome. I would say like he is like it's like funny. He's like funny. Like but he is
yeah,
chill.
he's chill.
He
he's
is chill. To be fair, like
on as well. I don't know. They recognize.
I don't
that
think
DB is
does
just a
Ivan
kid.
have like beef with anyone. Like I don't really think so. I don't think he has
No,
like issues.
well,
with
like
anyone.
I said as far as I know. I tried to check myself.
I've never heard Ivan. No, Ivan does shit talk, but it's like not in a mean spirited way. Usually, like it's just like it's very clear
The point,
that he's.
it really doesn't matter if even shit talks. The point is that even didn't go on Spooky Loop's 500,000 views video and say top players never shit talk. That's the whole point, bro.
Yeah, I mean shit talk each other. Like there's also a difference. Like shit
That's
talking.
good. Yeah, no, I think there should be more of that.
Okay, we
And
agree
they
on
don't
that.
get combative when people don't understand why they would play it this way. But as with literally everything ever, the loudest parts of the community set the tone for how the world sees them. And they are unfortunately quite loud. So what's my opinion of competitive DBD? Well, I do watch the big tournaments and follow a few players, so I definitely find it interesting overall. But I still think
Bro, filthy, bro, filthy viewer. You're one of those, huh? Fucking one of those
Bro,
people.
just give me someone to root for
Like,
that
don't believe
doesn't doesn't get kicked out of tournaments
it.
or quit mid game. Like I'll root for anyone, bro. I just need them to stay in the tournament.
No.
But I still think
You
the
guys,
overall
wait,
scene has a
wait.
lot
I
of
can't-
potential.
I can't-
You
I-
really
Yeah, go
this
ahead.
European Central scene does not understand the power of NA. Like we'll root for anyone, dude. There just has to be someone. You're missing out on a massive viewer base, dude. Like we'll root for cricket when we randomly beat people in cricket and we never even knew they existed. We'll just start getting excited for it, dude. Like you need an NA team We can give you the viewers. We'll root for anything. They just have to
Yeah.
stay in the tournament.
Like, I mean, to be fair, I'm not surprised. We're like NA Central, like patriotic. Yeah, I mean, it's so funny to like EU players like don't give a fucking shit what country you're from, like as long as you're EU. Like,
Yeah, no. No, we need to root for America. It's just we're born.
hell
with it.
hell yeah, brother, America. I mean, to be fair, like I mean, I kind of see your point. Like, I think it would be fun to have an NA team, so or like more NA teams. But yeah.
Growing up to do if they want to be respected by the majority of players. I will say that despite playing a game that doesn't really resemble live service DBD at this point, comp players are a lot better than the average player in terms of general gameplay. In my opinion, if the comp scene wants to continue to grow, I think league and tournament organizers should heavily focus.
Yeah, bro. I mean,
Dude, so I'll just give like a small story. I had DBD League on my TV, and some friends came over, and they played DBD, and I was like, can you just tell me what's happening? Like, what's happening in this game? And they just they had literally no idea what they're even looking at. I think just some basic explanation, like a command that explains, or like that leads to a graphic that explains it. Like, I just think that
yeah.
the new viewers are not considered that often, which is totally fair because it's made by all people who have been in it for a long time. So that's just a.
I think there's some improvements coming. Like, I don't know, you said earlier you disagree or you didn't like it all that much or something, right? But I think the next overlay is going to be very much more intuitive, like future overlays. Hopefully, I mean, it's hard because like ideally, like the way it used to work is you just have like a score, right? You have like 18 to 12 or something, but like that
Sure.
that is easier to understand, but it also doesn't give you any information, right? Because you'd have to like do the math in your head, like add everything up, and no one will do that.
But I mean,
So-
yeah, there's a ton of discussion to be had. It's just
But no, I understand. Yeah, I could also go.
Like-
I could
like I said,
talk
we
a lot
both,
about
like,
that.
we both want it
Which
to
so
grow,
far
right?
they have
Yeah.
been improving, and I think the top level players should try to set a bit better example of not annoying everyone online and giving comp a bad.
I know. I feel like also this is way worse in 2023. Like, I feel like.
This was supposed to be like a positive. Like that's like a positive. Like that's a good
Oh
message.
yeah,
that
yeah, yeah.
DBD
I'm just saying.
should send.
I'm just saying, like in general. Like, I feel like the like pubs versus comp like beef on Twitter was
You're
like.
talking about why are you talking about 2023 like it's so long ago, bro? Like not even that far.
Yeah, I
Oh,
mean it is
November.
like a
Oh my
year ago,
gosh.
bro.
It
What
was
the? We're
November
old, bro.
2025, November 25th.
We're like and like well, finger snap like away, and it'll be a year ago from now.
Okay. Well, I guess when you're only
Like-
17, that feels like a long time.
Okay.
rap, as well as condemning lower tier players who try to do the same thing. Whether you play comp or not, or even if you've never heard of it before, I hope you felt this was a fair look at the scene and gave you some better understanding of why there's so much arguing about it. For what it's worth, all personal DMs, messages, and chats I've had with comp
Haunt my
players were
goat, bro.
Huh? Haunt your
Haunt
goat?
my goat.
Yeah.
very helpful and friendly.
He's a nice
And
guy.
if you're looking to get into the community with an open mind,
Practice. I was worse when I started. No
Yeah,
way.
he's just telling
Ain't
me.
no
He's
way.
just telling me to help out. He's so wholesome.
Hunt
This guy's-
didn't. Yeah.
I'd make this guy commissioner. Fuck it.
Bro,
Like,
he didn't
we need
spawn
good-
in.
We need good PR.
He didn't spawn in as the goat himself. He was worse when he originally started.
Anyway, yeah, this is just a troll. But I realized that comp players came in not knowing me, so they assumed I was serious. But yes, I did know that Haunt has a reputation. I just thought it was
Yeah,
funny.
you guys all got trolled. How about that? I thought you were against trolling, bro. I thought it was like.
This whole video is a troll. Remember, it's all content and nothing's real, and I don't have a serious opinion about anything. That's my defense.
Okay. I mean, I can't argue with
will
that.
be more
That's
than
my
welcoming.
moral
If you're just
pestle.
looking to watch comp, I recommend you check out COMPDBD's YouTube channel, which features the best games, tutorials, and highlights from the top players. If you're looking to actually play, V1 has a video
good
that shows
video.
you the basics of joining that I'll link in the description, and the 1v1 ladder
Yeah, good. I like this is a good ending.
in
Good
the
ending.
DBD League Discord has plenty of help and tutorials available to get started.
V1's
I've played
YouTube
it a bit
channel, yeah.
myself, and
The
everyone
Barren
is really
Wasteland.
Baron, bro. I'm
Who
getting.
won
I'm
the
gonna.
1v1 tournament? No one knows. No
I
one
mean,
knows. It happened
true-
a year ago.
I mean, some people know. Some people know.
Surely, editing 2 clips together of each chase is just too much work for a year.
Bro, it's just like I have a very busy schedule. Okay, what can I say? Like,
Yeah. Okay. Well, you got to
Friendly,
show off the
including
momentum
one player
movement
even
tech.
playing
I
extra
understand.
rounds just to help me learn more. Although they may be smug and annoying about it, I see no
Yo,
lies when
what?
comp players tell you that the fastest way to improve is to play 1v1s and scrims against people that will actually push you as a player. Whether this is actually worth doing for an asymmetrical
oh,
horror
bro,
game,
like, no.
that's still up for debate. And
on,
unapologetic
Bro,
hold
it's
on.
also it's fun. Like,
Do we want to pause on
yeah,
that
yeah,
one?
yeah. I know what you did. I was watching. I was repeating it. Yeah.
I see
Wait,
no
Okay.
lies when
Look,
comp players
hey,
tell you
hey,
that the
hold on.
fastest way to
Pause,
improve is
pause,
to
pause.
play
We gotta say
1v1s and
something.
scrims against people that will actually push you as a player.
yeah, I know. I know.
Okay, wait,
I know
get
where
to
you
the
were
tweet,
going
get
with
to the
this.
tweet.
I joined the
Whether
community
this
scene
is
around 2
actually
years
worth
ago.
doing-
Been wasting the last 2
Wait,
years.
it's gonna highlight it. It's gonna highlight it just so people can
For
really
an
understand.
asymmetrical horror game,
Ugh.
that's still up for debate.
Okay,
And
boss.
unapologetic
Oh, you missed it. Anyway, look. Okay, I understand. That's mean. That was a mean thing to do, but I'm not gonna apologize. I'll just admit that was mean.
Nah,
But
I
I think
mean,
you can take it. You can take it. You can take it.
yeah, I mean, yeah, you don't. I mean, it's like when I say I've been wasting the last 2 years. I didn't mean like playing comp. I meant like not creating content.
Well,
Like, not
who's to say,
streaming.
you know, who's to say?
Like that's what I meant. Like,
The screenshot I'm looking at right now, though, it seems like it correlates super well. I don't know, something about it. Like the 2 years
no,
matches
like
up, you know?
yeah. I understand that part. But
Yeah.
if I was like streaming regularly, if I was creating content, then this tweet wouldn't exist.
Yeah.
It just
Yeah.
exists because I was like, I'm
What a crazy coincidence.
falling behind with uni work and stuff without even like
Yeah,
getting anything
no.
out of it because I'm not streaming.
Wasting the last 2 years. Yeah, I agree.
Like I meant wasting the last 2 years, like not.
Time for a change. Momentum.
Yeah,
movement tech
time for a
video.
change. Okay. No, bro,
Time
this.
for a change. Clip
bro,
dump.
No, bro, you don't understand. This is when I got injured, like around
Indeed.
that time. Like it
Yes.
just
Uh,
like the injury made it harder
yes.
and stuff. But yeah. I mean, okay, like yeah, time for a change. I meant like create more content. I didn't mean like
Yes.
stop playing comp.
Surely the 1v1s will
Unapologetic
be
comp
finished now.
haters should be aware that comp is growing
October
rapidly
17th,
on YouTube,
2023.
Twitch, and Discord, as
Yeah.
well as having behavior devs donating Eerie shards to the latest DBD League prize pool in big tournaments. After 8 years of DBD, people are looking for more ways to play, and to lose out on all the fun potential just to keep stubbornly hating seems like a waste of time to me.
Bro,
As
True
with
is
most
not happy
arguments,
about this
both
part,
pub
dude.
Yeah, he was. Bro,
To be
he
fair,
he
okay,
popped. He
that was
went
a
off on
mistake.
you.
I should have put on I should have put Zeb's glasses on. That was a mistake.
No, yeah, bro. He went off on you. He like
They
this,
both have iconic fashion
just to keep
accessories.
stubbornly hating seems
bro. Like
I should have put Zeb's glasses
I
on.
watched that
Should've
part,
Zeb's
bro.
glasses.
He went on for like 5 minutes about how this like is bullying or something, right? Like he was
Bro,
he
they-
was so upset that you put this on.
I know. I should have done Zeb's glasses. It would have made more sense.
Like he like
I just
he,
finished the
it
video, I
felt
got
like
lazy.
it felt like he was like he liked the whole video until you put the hat on and it was like this video is
Well,
garbage.
no, he got really mad when I said he's easy to make fun of too. Which
Oh
like,
yeah,
I can't control
yeah.
how I
Yeah,
can't
yeah.
control how people take things.
Oh, that
but
was
I don't
that part.
think easy to make fun of is like I think I'm pretty easy to make fun of, right? Like,
Yeah,
yeah. So
Yeah,
I didn't mean that as a big insult.
I think that's the
it's
part, by
just-
the way. It wasn't the. I don't think it was the hat. I think it was the easy to make fun of part that he like
yeah,
had a
no,
big
he
issue
was,
with.
He was not happy.
Yeah.
True is low hanging fruit. I agree with the person in the chat, but I should have used Zeb's glasses here. Huge mistake on my part.
Yeah, I mean,
Would have
yeah.
been much more topical.
I don't know. So go fuck yourself on the easy to make fun of part.
Yeah.
I mean,
No,
I
he
feel
was
like
not happy,
you just gotta like be able to not take yourself that seriously, you know. I don't know, but okay, whatever.
seems like
Not
a
that
waste of
important.
time to me. As with most arguments, both pub players and
I mean, it's kind of proving the point then as well, if that's his reaction.
comp
of
players
it.
could definitely do more to understand the other's point of view, instead of just spamming insults at each other over Twitter. But I mean, come on, that's no fun at all.
Who won the V1v1
Wow, we
tournament?
made it through. What is that? 2 hour yap sesh?
2 hour yap sesh.
What else did I have? Oh, I had one more. I'm being targeted for this video. I don't know if you know that.
Oh yeah.
And you'll have to show the DMs, but I'm absolutely being viciously targeted in the game by a reformed citizen, dude, and it's crazy.
Wait, what? Huh? What do you mean? What do you mean? I don't get it.
You have to show the image in I sent you in DMs.
Like on stream?
Yeah.
Okay, what does it mean?
I'm being targeted, bro. I'm being targeted. I'm being reported in game.
Wait, this is you? He's reporting you?
No. Bro,
What's the
this is the
joke?
report. He's sending behavior.
Oh,
this.
okay.
I'm
Well,
really chill, bro.
I didn't read the message. Okay, sorry. I'm very sad. I think I'm about to cry. This guy just called me brain dead. And earlier this week, Killawhale72, another 1K player, made a video slandering me. Please ban this guy, please. I beg.
Bro, I'm gonna lose my account
Okay.
for this video.
Well,
I can't believe it.
yeah,
I thought it was all fun. It's all fun and games.
yeah. We need to.
Behavior's reading it.
Yeah, I feel like Nightlight deserves to be cancelled at this point, bro. Didn't.
I don't know. We're going down together, I guess. John Behavior is gonna get my ass.
Like I feel like he didn't really get reformed. Like he's just like this. This is
I
just
don't
another...
know. No, I think he's reformed. I think he's fully reformed. I wouldn't worry about it. All right. I think. You have anything else you need to cover in this long yap chest? I think the point, we have to impart the chat. I don't hate comp. I don't hate Nightlight. I don't have any beef with Nightlight. I pull clips, I make content. It's not that serious. But, hope no one thinks I'm nerd emoji for making a video on things I find interesting. But if you do, then that's fine too.
Okay, I would also say that, like, for one, I mean, I think everyone who critiqued the video agreed, like, it was really fucking well made. Like the editing, the arguments, like everything was like really high quality. and I would also say that, like, when you were making like some of the arguments, and I think I said this too, that was like I think my first interaction with you about the video. It was like, if you just make a video like, this is why comp is great, or like this is why everyone, like, this is why something is good, that's just fucking boring. Like, genuinely, like, if the video was just like, this is why comp is misunderstood, it would just be boring content. Like, especially considering like how many like casual viewers, like, I feel like you're more likely to change someone's mind, like, if who's watching this casually, about comp, if you also like present a nuanced view.
And I do want to say, like, I've read pretty much every comment on that video, and there are a lot of people who like already had their mind made up, right? Like, you can't change them, but there was a lot of comments like, wow, I never like thought about it that way, or like I never saw it, or even like, oh wow, the Nightlight parts are funny, but like I didn't realize that's how it's played, like stuff from the beginning and end. So there is a lot of like understanding happening in promotion. Like, it obviously there's people on both sides who are just never gonna change their mind, but there was a lot of good comments. So if you're worried about how the scene looks overall, I think that more people will understand it from this video.
Yeah, like, and I also like Hence reacted to it, like True reacted to it, like COMPDBD did a highlight. Like, I feel like combined, this video got like what, like, how many viewers? Like 200K or something, if you combine all the viewership.
Yeah, maybe through a bunch. But yeah, someone said Nightlight collab win, bro. We'll hop on. We'll do the 1v1s to settle everything for sure.
That would be very funny content. Like, that would be very, very funny.
And then Nightox. It took me like probably month and a half editing, probably like 2.5 months writing, but I was doing other things at the time. Yeah, no, like I said, it's, I'm people who reach out to me, talk to me. I'm a chill guy. I'm not a big hater. I like comp. I want to see comp get bigger. I think comp has a lot of room to grow, and it is kind of the only way to grow, because they're just going to keep adding shit to the game until it explodes, I think. So
like, we have to go like the restricted path to make things
there
interesting.
There is going to be people wanting like something more restricted.
I mean, that argument makes sense. Like, over time, the more and more complicated things get, the more and more like simple and like expected rules. Makes sense. I feel like there's also
like comp NA team. Reaxim, you're in charge of that. I'm not in charge of that. I'm hosting. You know what? I'm doing my part. I'm hosting a shitty tournament with my community.
Yo.
Then we're all gonna have our own Twitch titles and everything.
What's the prize money?
Prize money is a copy of the new chapter. Huge. Already more tournament winnings than 99% of current comp players.
Yeah, I mean, whoever wins that from your community can put that in the title.
Yeah, exactly.
Maybe we post it in the Scrims channel so everyone can sign up, so they can add.
When everyone's a comp player, no one will be. That's my actual evil plan. All right. I think that's it for us, right?
Yeah. Thanks for coming on.
Thanks for having me.
Cool.
Appreciate it.
Co-reacting. It was very fun.
And it was fun. Good stream. All right, I'm gonna take off.
All right.
Make some dinner, and
see ya.
have a good night. Everyone in chat, have a good night. If you're in Europe, if you're in America, have a good afternoon. And goodbye.
All right. I think. Yep. Yep. Okay. I'm the only one left here. Let me hang up as well. Well, guys. Well, what the pretty fire collab. No, that was fun.